That works. Excellent. Boomer when it comes to tech? Nah, dude. I'm young and hip, dude. I promise. Okay, 2.5 minutes on the ads, and then we're gonna drop the Discord notif as per the reg. Just gotta make sure I'm not echoing on YouTube. I think we're all good. I think everything is good. What's up, nerd? What up, Jadu? How you doing, big dog? I switched up the Han Chinese dude. I'm worried I'm kind of going a little bit too into Japanese aesthetic, so I probably have to start pulling some elements a little bit more from like Chinese design. I do think like the circular, like I mean, there's a lot of crossover. I guess it's a little difficult. Life's been good. Coming up with a commission sheet and doing some illustrations recently. Nice, dude. Yeah, I saw. Hello, it's me, Sinessa. Changed up my channel a bit. Oh shit, teardrop. What up, Sinessa? How you doing? What inspired you to change up your channel, Sinessa? Also, thank you for popping in, dude. My freaking one YouTube chatter. Look at that. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna drop my Discord notification in still just 1 minute. Dude, time is moving so slow today. But yeah, how you guys doing? Holy lag. Dude, I'm out of alcohol wipes on my tablet, but I haven't broken the habit of eating food on my tablet, so I've got fucking soy sauce stains on my tablet right now. I'm gonna have to tank that the whole stream. It's gonna drive me crazy, though. A little bit of a pivot than what I was doing before, but I'm making progress. Illustration and character design kind of go hand in hand, you know? I feel like illustration, if anything, you probably need a little bit more, dynamic posing variety, I would say. Let me get rid of these. These were for the next video. You'll see it's coming out whenever. And then what layer is this guy on? Okay, that one. Okay, we're good. Sinessa, what inspired you to change up your title and all that good stuff? Assuming you're there. Okay, I think our ads are done. Let me drop the Discord notifications so we get more people in here. Squeakity squeak. I've been making animations and you inspired me? Somewhere about my favorite game shows? Oh shit, dude. Hey, I dig it. I always appreciate it when people say that they've taken inspiration from me. I think one thing that actually, like, it kind of, like, touches my heart a little bit, especially when I see people take elements of my work into their own work. It's very funny, because I feel like a lot of artists are very protective of their style and stuff. I don't see it that way at all, dude. I see it as, like, the ultimate compliment. If people like my stuff enough to try and steal elements from me and apply it into their work, to me it's like one of the highest honors you can have as an artist, you know? It feels like it makes me feel like I've done my job, you know? It feels like, yeah, it just kind of feels like I've done my job. I feel like really, like, if, like, the point of creating art in the first place is to put it out there and for other people to consume. And it's an expression of yourself in a way, right? And so when you put it out there, and then people consume and, you know, integrate it into their own self-expression. It's like a part of me lives on in them. I don't know. It sounds corny. I like it a lot though. So you know, it means a lot. I know it doesn't sounds cheesy, but it certainly means a lot. One of my animations took inspiration from your anatomy of drawing bodies. Oh yeah. Well, Sinessa, I'd love to see it one day. You know, if you want to post it in the Discord at some point, you're more than welcome to. How many channel points to finish the animation? I don't know. First, yo, what up, Symphony? How you doing? I should actually get a first redeem on the channel. Da, 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 da. How do you animate a torso in a walk cycle? Okay, so if you're animating a walk cycle, the one thing you want to do is you want to treat the torso and the legs as two separate entities, okay, and then connect them later on. Essentially, you want to animate them separately. That's how I would approach it. That's how I approached it when I was in studio, and that's sort of how I think you should approach it as well. You can block in the body, you know, just to get like an anchor. But generally speaking, the torso does all the acting, and then the legs just kind of walk. Even if a character is doing a lot of like crazy like acting sequences and stuff like that, they're still going to have most of their expression in the torso. So that's what I would say. Treat it as two different animations, and then tie them together. That doesn't mean you animate them as two separate things, right? You could start with I would say start with the legs, and have the body there as a rough block-in placeholder thing. And then I would say from there, you would animate the torso and the acting afterwards. It also depends on the perspective of the shot, right? If it's like a shot where you see the full body, like a character's walking on. Pretend this screen is proportionate. Like, if you see their whole body, then yeah, treat the legs separately. If you see just, like, if it's, like, a close-up shot, where it's just sort of, like, the upper body, you don't have to really even worry about the legs, just the arms or whatever, you know? But that's sort of what I would do. Snack, what up, Sid? How you doing? Yeah, but how does the rotate, yeah, but, like, how does the chest rotate? I failed to rotate it. What do you mean? Like, if you're like turning it? Okay, so here's what happens. This is sort of the dynamic, okay? So I'm gonna do a top-down perspective on the rotation of the chest. Okay? So if this is your character, right? When this leg comes forward, okay, when this leg comes forward, and from the side, they would probably look like this, right? I'm gonna lower it a little bit. Ignore the twink neck. Anyways, it's not important, but let's say they're doing one of these. If this leg comes forward, then this arm comes forward, okay? Which means this arm is back. This is an exaggeration. Obviously, it looks incredibly stupid, but this is sort of the pacing. Now, every arm that comes forward, because it's swinging its momentum forward, the torso is also going to rotate to follow that arm. Just a tiny little bit. Okay? So you're gonna turn your body a tiny little bit. Because the thing is, walking's subtle. It's a subtle movement. You're not sprinting. Sprinting, you would have a lot of torque and twist in the torso. But with walking, it's very subtle. And since the arm's momentum is coming forward, you want to have the body follow the arm. Okay? It's always going to be a frame or two behind the arm, but it's always going to follow the arm's movement. Okay, so that's how you can think about it. Basically, the torso rotates along with the arms. The side that has the arm goes back, rotates back slightly, and the side that has the arm going forward rotates forward slightly. And then the legs and the arms are offset. So if one leg comes forward, the opposite arm comes forward. Okay? And if one leg comes back, the opposite arm comes back. And that's it. That's it. That's the formula. Hopefully that helps. Damn it. I hope you'd forget by being stuck in Shazzy's stream. What? What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the streak loss? Yo, how's everyone doing today? I'm chilling, Joe. How you doing, dog? How's it going, Inky? What up? Hey, I'm back. How do I join the server? Let me drop you the Discord link. I feel like it's in my bio, but I'm not sure. You draw so beautifully. Inky, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Whoa. What do you guys like to draw? What do you like to draw, Inky? I know what half the people in chat like to draw here. A lot of it is like goon bait. But I'm curious, what do you like to draw? I'm just trying to think of like how to have this guy stand, you know? He's kind of like generically standing right now. A little boring. I've been taking a break from drawing the past 4 days. My last piece literally gave me back pain. That was me, actually, this week. My shoulder's been fucking killing me, and I haven't, like, done anything to it. It just sort of, like, came out of nowhere. I'm wondering, I've been eating a lot more pasta lately, and I'm wondering if it's giving me, like, inflammation and causing shoulder pain. I'm a cartoonist. I draw a ton of cartoons. Amen. You've inspired me to draw better. I even know how to render now. Oh yeah? How do you render? What's your favorite rendering style? Yeah, these legs ain't pretty. I don't really like the direction this is going. I'm just gonna tackle the hands, just to get them out of the way, because I feel like I never really want to do the hands. Let's, I'm gonna have the hands sort of come up. I'm gonna do a little knuckle thing here. And then these are gonna be sort of... These two are gonna be one piece, and then this is gonna be something like that, I think, for the general shape. Do you guys hear my air conditioner? Is it too loud? Dally, what up, Dally? How you doing? Shavik, salut, how's it going, dog? Wagwan, chillin', dog. Oh, what's good? Okay, I thought you were like being Jamaican with me, dude. I was like, we went French, Jamaican, and now English. All three. Pasta can do that? Nah, probably just him being a grandpa. I don't know, dude. It's like weird. It's like a disproportionate amount of aches that I don't normally get. And the only thing I've done different in my life this week is drink a lot of alcohol pretty much every day, and you know, eat pasta. It's been a terrible week for my health, okay? I won't lie. It's been an awesome week for my mental health, though. Not having Monday stream was kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. I know some of you guys probably aren't very happy with the decision to cut Monday stream, but I'm a Jamaican, but my accent's ass. Sounds amazing. Yeah, I've basically been my entire hobby this week was drinking alcohol and lowballing people on Facebook Marketplace. That's all I did all week. I literally lined up 3 different deals, and then I backed out of all of them because I realized I was making a terrible decision. But it was fun. It was fun for me. I guess I like the chase more than the actual the end result, you know? Quiero la canción que llama Love Me Amor de Mitski. Yeah, you could queue it up, dude. The way you queue up songs, Inky, is if you go to the point redeem at the bottom here on Twitch, and then you click request song. If you drop a Spotify link in the chat message and then hit send, it'll automatically queue up your song. It has to be Spotify, though, and it should be a link. You could probably do it without the link, but you're risking the Spotify bot just sort of picking up a random song that pops up when it searches for it, so... Isn't it better to not have a Friday stream, Saturday, and Sunday stream? You're giving me ideas, dude. You know what? Maybe I should just quit streaming. That's what I'm... If I quit streaming, it's all Sid's fault. Sid just doesn't want to risk losing her streak. So she's jeopardizing everybody else's stream, dude. No, don't. Alright, alright. I won't. I won't. But yeah, dude, the reason I've been drinking is not because I'm trying to develop the hobby of alcoholism. It's because I have a bunch of beer left over from New Year's, and it takes up a shit ton of room in my fridge, and it's been pissing me off. So I've been making a goal of drinking 2 beers a day. I don't drink, guys, like, ever. And so I've just been fucking getting tipsy every night and arguing with men on fucking Facebook Marketplace. It's been a fun hobby, though, I won't lie. I got some pretty good deals that I didn't actually follow through on, because I don't really want to resell them, but That sounds great. Thanks. I'm not gonna make it a regular thing because, you know, I probably shouldn't become an alcoholic. But you know, it was fun while it lasted. That's all. It's haram, bro. I'm Canadian. We don't care about none of that, big dog. We don't care about none of that. We're haram in the streets here, dude. And in the sheets. All right, I'm gonna go turn off my air conditioner because it's cold as fuck in here. Give me a second. Our washroom's cold as hell, so we keep the beer and other drinks out there. What were the items? Oh, they were Nintendo games. So I basically I got this guy, and everything I'm talking about is in Canadian dollars. But I got this guy. He had a listing of like a bunch of games. One of them was Goemon, which retails for like 150 right now. Okay. And then he had a Jungle Green N64 with a Jungle Green controller and Donkey Kong. And he had a bunch of other games, but I basically picked those because they're like high ticket items. And he was offering, he wanted $445. I offered $350 because I'm a fucking asshole. I offered $350 and he was like, no, dude, I'm not doing $350. And then I was like, all right, I'll do $365. And then he was like, he's like, could you do $380? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was supposed to meet him on Sunday, and then I messaged him today before stream, and I was like, actually, I'm backing out, dude. Sorry. My goal was basically, I got $200 for Christmas, and I was like, I wonder if I can make more money with this $200. Normally, I would just jump it into my savings account and then just like invest it. But instead, I was like, you know what? Maybe I could start a little hobby and just start flipping like classic N64 games. I love arguing with people in Facebook Marketplace while high. Damn. Yeah, for me it was drunk, which is probably not the best state of mind to be in when you're negotiating money. But it gives you the confidence to really just fucking lowball the shit out of people. I lowballed this one lady, and she got so mad at me. And then I lowballed this other guy. And then I read his reviews, and somebody was like, yeah, this guy sells fake video games. So I backed out of that sale. And he was like, bro, that guy's trolling. It's a fake review or whatever. And I was like, sorry, big dog. Can't risk it. And he's like, no problem, tiny dog. And then he blocked me. It was kind of the highlight of this whole week. Bro, is it not hella effort to copy-paste that font? That font. Oh. I joined the Discord server. Also, we can't hear the music on YouTube. Oh, you can't hear the music on YouTube. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Can you not? I feel like you should be able to. I could see the YouTube thing, like, making sound. Can somebody go to YouTube and tell me if I'm tripping, dude? $150 for a game is insane. Yeah, I mean, it is, but they're also, like, retro video games, so they just don't make them anymore. And also, it's, like, nostalgia bait. So, anyways, I like N64. I like Nintendo 64. It's my genre. It's my era, you know? Tu hablas español? Only a poco. But I don't, yo no hablas español muy bueno. Yo puedo understand sometimes, pero not very good at understand. Can't stop laughing at Tiny Dog. I thought it was hilarious. I took a screenshot and sent it to my buddy, and he thought it was great. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, music's on YouTube. I checked. Okay, good. Maybe you just gotta turn your volume up, dude. Can I put the video in the Discord, please? You can post it in Art Share if you're sharing your own animation. For sure, dude. Share it. Put it in the Art Share. Kimdo, maybe they meant the Spotify music? Oh yeah, you're not going to be able to hear Spotify music on YouTube, unfortunately. That's a Twitch-only thing. Yeah, the ArtShare channel in the Discord is just for people to share their art, you know, whatever they worked on. Happy New Year. What up, Beef? How you doing? How you doing, son? I can hear it. It's just that you're speaking way louder than the music volume. Yeah, I guess I could turn up the music a little bit. It looks like in my audio levels, it's matching my Spotify music. Like if I take a screenshot of my voice and then the two different like audio settings, they look more or less the same audio level to me. It's probably just because it's softer music, you know? Like these are my audio levels. So this column here is YouTube. This column here is Spotify, and this is my voice, which is peaking right now because I'm terrible at audio management. But you get the idea. I'm busy, father, but I came. Gross, don't tell me that, dude. I'm cooking up that Jake the Dog animation? Hell yeah, dude. To be fair, the music volume is pretty low on Twitch, too. Not that I mind. It's nice in my opinion. I feel like my music volume on Twitch is, like, optimized. I've dealt with so many people being like, it's too loud, it's too low. That I just sort of, like, I have set it to this... Like, it's like, what, 35 decibels or something like that is what I keep it at? Yeah, something like that. What up, Shiru? How you doing? Only a Poco for you as well, Dally. I took Spanish for 3 years in high school. I didn't retain any of it, okay? It was between Spanish and Latin that I didn't want to do either. Is it louder for you, or are you hearing it at the same volume as us? I can set it to whatever volume I want. Like, now it's super loud. I can't hear myself if it's that loud. Now I can't hear it at all. Like, the volume in my headphones is completely up to me. So yeah, it's a separate audio level for me. I want it loud enough that I can't, like, fully hear myself, but I want it not too loud that it's, like, you know, drowning me out. Because I want to be able to hear myself talk, because otherwise it sounds weird, and I can't, like, moderate my pacing. I don't know, it's like a weird disconnect. So I have it in, like, a middle ground, where it's not, like, the only thing I hear is myself talking in an empty room, because that's weird, but it's also not too loud that I can't hear myself. If I hear myself talk while I'm streaming, the delay makes it harder to speak. I don't mean talk in terms of, like, hearing my own audio. I turn that off. I mean talk in terms of hearing my own voice when it's coming out of me. How many people do you think have gooned with the stream as a background, excluding Jadu? That's a good question. Probably a lot. There have been times where, unironically, I know for a fact there were... Well, I don't know for a fact, but I can take a very strong, educated guess and say that some chatters are Crankin' Hog or fucking Flickin' Bean or whatever. You know, it wouldn't surprise me at all if there were gooners in chat actively gooning. Okay, it's the internet. I can't really stop that. That's life, you know. Me, says Beef. Okay, okay, Beef. That's, like, disturbing. You call me father all the time. Actively, no, not now. What the fuck? Huh? If I hear myself, I read that. Ew. No, no. Okay, it's too late, dude. You're too far gone. I have to learn Spanish for my new job, so I, too, only have a Poco of Spanish. Your new job. Do you live... Don't answer any questions. I was gonna ask about geography and where you live, but don't answer that. I don't think I'll ever have to learn Spanish for work, but, you know. Knowing another language never hurts, that's all. I'm Canadian, but I'm working for a LATAM company? What the hell is LATAM? LATAM. Latin American. Ah, keeping it vague. I see. You could have just said Latinx. I'm woke and soy. It's okay. I know the language. Cat, can you say a seal pushed me today? In French, please? Okay. Our fuck me poussé aujourd'hui. Our fuck me poussé aujourd'hui. Our fuck is a seal. Ma poussée has pushed me. Aujourd'hui, today. Latin American. Do we any Latinx in chat? You know what's funny? We need like a woke general term for Arabs, because I feel like Arabs come from all over, you know? But everybody just kind of says Arab, and there's so many Arabs that if you talk to them, like a lot of my friends are Arab, and when you talk to them, they're like, I'm not Arab, bro. I'm this, I'm that. I'm just like, all right, we need a catch-all, you know? Arabex, Mediterranean. Mediterranean to me is like Italian, though. That's like Mediterranean, you know, or like Greek. I'm French Canadian and part Lebanese, but I'm like 1/4 Lebanese, so I only really do it when people are like giving me shit, you know, for like my whiteness or whatever. I pull the card. It's a defense mechanism, but I'm like the whitest dude ever. It's That's like saying we need a singular term for every person in Europe and North America. If we have that, it's called European and North American. I guess you could say Middle Eastern. But then that's weird, because I feel like people think of like Egypt as the Middle East, but it's in like Africa. And then there's like Algeria and shit, and like fucking Morocco and all those countries. It's called what? These days, kind of. Or you can go amazing if you want specifically or Arabs of Northwest Africa. Amazing. Wow. I think you just doxed yourself, dog. So humble. Cat, can you say bag 1, 10 happiness? Bag 1, 10 happiness in French. Sac 1, 10 joyeux, content. Sac 1, 10 content. Joyeux. I don't know, like what would be happiness in French? Joyeux, I guess. I'll leave a lurk and have a nice day. Alright, fine. Leave me, beef. It's fine. Say prostate in French? I think it's just prostate. I think it's like prostate. Let me look it up. That's probably terribly wrong. That's my Anglicism. Prostate in French. Yes, la prostate. La glande prostatique. See? I know things. Lol. NFT, how you doing, big dog? I've never used Discord before. How come? So the way Discord works, essentially, is if you look on the side, okay, the big server or whatever that you see... Actually, you know what? I could just take a screenshot of Discord to explain it to you. So... Oh, actually, you're probably in the landing zone, eh? Okay, so what you have to do, Teardrop... Do you want me to call you Teardrop, or, See, I already forgot your other name. Now you're Teardrop to me. Sinessa. If, what you have to do is you have to read the rules. If you comply to the rules, then you click the little check mark, and then it gives you access to the full Discord. Okay? If you don't comply to the rules, well, then, you know, you can't be in the Discord. I saw that video too, Yeti. Bye, Almost Neighbor. Almost Neighbor. Are we neighbors? Or are you talking to Beef? But yeah, Teardrop, if you go to the rules channel, it's going to be in the top left. If you go to the rules channel, read the rules, hit the little green check mark, and then you'll have access to the full server. Nothing much. Going back to Istanbul for winter break. Night bus ride goes hard for real. NFT is a man who's terribly not afraid of doxing himself. Literally every time he comes here, but... Je parle aussi courageusement le français, but I gotta be honest, my anglophone ass sometimes connects to French via dial-up. I was born French. I didn't speak English till I was like 5. My English is a lot better than my French these days, but I am still pretty good at French. I just, by consequence of only having English friends and not really using a lot of French outside of like when I was in high school, you know, I'm not losing it because my mom's French, but I just don't use it very often. Outside of like stream these days. Oh my god, Snack, you catch me in a bad moment. What do you mean? I wouldn't have even known you were here, Azenti, if you didn't tell me. How did I catch you? You caught yourself in a bad moment. I got fluent in French for my last job. Apparently I'm addicted to working for companies that demand I learn a whole language. I have to clean my room. Jordan Peterson core, dude. Yeah, I get that. I think in Canada, French is like one of the strongest assets you can have for employment. If you want to get a consistent job in Canada, learn French. It'll make your life a bazillion times better. I don't really like how stiff this guy is. A little too stiff. I speak Darja natively and then English as a primary, secondary. Well, so I gotta read this with. I gotta add punctuation to this. I speak Darja natively and then English as a primary, secondarily French as a side thing, and currently adding Dutch. Damn, dog. This is Mr. Worldwide. Crazy. I'm so jealous of people who can speak French. Everything sounds sexy in French. You've never heard the French-Canadian accent, clearly. He can't pronounce French words well, that's why it sounds sus. Aren't is pronounced more like eh, this is pronounced z. Okay, you want me to do a fucking French from France accent, dude? Like, let's see, what we got? Oui, monsieur, monsieur le boulanger, s'il vous plaît, je vous en prie, j'aimerais me procurer une petite baguette, un petit boulot de pain, s'il vous plaît. Je vous en prie, monsieur, s'il vous plaît. Is that what you want, Coco? Is that how you want me to talk? Un petit bout de pain avec une petite soupe à l'oignon. Or do you want me to say un bout de pain? Donne-moi un bout de pain, monsieur le boulanger. Haters gonna hate, dude. You know what's funny? The French Canadian accent has a lot more. It's less flat than the French from France accent, and so Canadians can actually imitate the French from France accent pretty easily, whereas the French from France can't imitate the French Canadian accent easily at all. It's kind of like if you're an American trying to do a British accent versus like a British person doing an English or doing an American accent. It's just easier for them to sort of flatten their tone than it is to add a bunch of like tonation that you just don't have like natively. Honestly, I don't think French sounds sexy. You're lucky you're subbed. That's protecting you. I would have timed you out there. Can't be speaking those fighting words, Sid. Snack, stop speaking Canadian French. It's not sexy. Alright, well that's not what your mom was saying last night, but you know, whatever. Don't... I didn't say it, okay? I didn't say, you didn't hear it from me. Dude, Sinessa, I'm gonna be honest, that font is so hard to read for me. I know what to do. It's showing... Rules and announcements, not the chat. Can you tell me on mobile? Yeah, well, I don't really know how it works on mobile. I guess what you do is you go... Okay, step by step. Open the Discord. Go to the Rules tab. Okay? Read the rules. There should be a little green button at the bottom with a check mark in it. If you push that button, that confirms that you've read the rules, and, you know, everything's all good. You conform to the rules, and then that will give you access to the full server once you've clicked that green button. You sound sexy is because it's you talking. Please don't ban me. We never ban flattery, dude. It's the key to my heart, dude. That and money. I lost my pen. There it is. More French. For free? No. Understanding the rules is a whole different question. What up, Nickstradamus? I say that because everybody joins the server, and then I find out that they just didn't fucking read the rules. There's been so many people that join the server, and then they come into my chat and they're like, "I'm 14, by the way. How do I draw this thing?" I'm like, "Bro, you gotta get banned now. It's over. Sorry." Are we sure we can't consider banning flattery this one time? Only if you do it. Fuck. Just put in some fine print for fun the next time, Snack, in the rules. Can I even do that? Can I shrink the font? I can already tell this is not going to be a drawing stream. What gets us banned then? Not being... basically, don't be an asshole and be an adult. Those are like the two rules. There's more than that, but they all kind of just like feed into each other. The rules are basically, rule 1, don't be mean to each other. That one's an easy one, right? You would think. Rule 2, no explicit comments towards other chatters, okay? That's the same thing as rule 1, okay? They're basically the same. But what I mean is, don't try to fuck other people, okay? And don't, you know, or, I mean, you can fuck people however you want in your own personal time, but just, you know, I don't want to have to third wheel in your chat. Rule 3, no not safe for work art. My mom says I can't look at that stuff. That's true, she says that. Okay, that one's self-explanatory. Rule 4, we're an 18+ server, intended for mature audiences only. Now that doesn't mean we draw porn. It doesn't mean, you know, we're posting our buttholes in the fucking, in the general chat. It just means that we sometimes explore and cover and touch on mature topics. And I swear a lot, and I prefer to cater to a mature audience. And then rule 5, no self-promo, because I can't risk impulse buying everything. You're all just so appealing, and I want to buy all your products, and I can't have you making me spend all my money. Snacks too immature for not safe for work? Exactly. Those are like the 5 rules. And I used to have another rule. Actually, I don't know if I still have it. Yeah, I used to have another rule that I got rid of when we converted to like the rule bot thing. But the last rule was basically, don't make me add more rules. That's it. That one's a harder one to like get, because I kind of like, the rules just kind of come based on experiences we've had where we're like, alright, we gotta fucking add more rules now. But other promo though, maybe that should be in the fine print. Should it? I feel like that one's... It's in like the main print, you know? Don't unleash the Catsnack legislature. Exactly. Your stream start protection expired. What you talking about, Damon? Does furry count as not safe for work? You could draw furries that don't have their pussies on display. So if that's the version you're doing, then you could do that. That's totally fair game. Oh my god, Snack? I'm just saying. Beware of rancid strong requests. What's VIP status? It's basically a badge that you get next to your name to show that you spend more money in my channel than other people. It's kind of like the Lamborghini of the Catsnack chat. But there's not a lot of value beyond that, other than you have a pink little diamond next to your name. Nobody really has it here. One person, a lot of people that do have it aren't actually like very active anymore. And it was before I had like the fucking capitalist mindset where you had to pay to win to get a VIP badge. And it was back when I had like no viewers and I was just giving it to anybody. So we have a lot of people that are VIPs that are grandfathered in. But then I switched it over to this pay to win model. Because I'm like a corporation, okay? And I want everybody to get in here. I'm so getting it, do it, dude. It'll show that you watch me more than anyone and that you spend your money frivolously. Also, I'm probably going to update the video game redeem. Because the video game redeem is probably the biggest channel redeem we have. And I get the feeling no one's ever going to get it. And the thing is, I'm not updating it to lower the point value because I don't want to play video games. That's still staying super expensive. But what I'm lowering it to add a note to say, basically talk to me before you redeem it. Okay? Because I don't want somebody to redeem it and then choose the most dog water game humanly imaginable, and now I have to fucking play this shit. Late stage cat snackitalism? Exactly. Can't reach that one redeem. It's the top. It's for the top 1%, which is never going to be achieved by anyone. Will you love your VIP more than regular viewers? If you can get enough points to get VIP, that's pretty impressive to me. I won't lie. That being said, subscribers are the special class. We know that, okay? We know that subs are the special class. They're the top 1% here. They don't follow the rules. No, they do. I'll still ban you. I'll take your money though, but I'll still ban you. I'm just kidding, guys. You don't have to sub for my love, okay? I love everybody equally. Except for lesbians, but we've talked about that one anyways. It's my only homophobic trait. It would be if we allow one gamba every now and then. We're not allowing gambling. I don't know what layer I did this on. Ah, that one. I think these 3 layers are basically just this dude. Well, that's some new info I wasn't informed on. You're not a true viewer, dude, if you don't know my relationship with lesbians. Look, my only gripe with lesbians is not that they're gay, okay? Well, it's kind of that they're gay. It's basically that lesbians are just... They're the perfect... They're like the perfect competition for like a straight man. If I want to date women, I can't compete with another woman. That's unfair. It's not fair. You're stealing my dating market, dude. Leave the ladies alone. Leave the ladies alone. That's all I'm saying. Gay men? Amen, brother. I'm with you all the way. Steal more men. Take all the men away from the dating pool. Ah, I see. Snack doesn't want to get good on the dating front. Exactly. Now you get it. That's all it is, guys. I don't care that you're gay. In fact, if you're a man, I encourage it. Become gay. Mashallah, brother. You were telling me things were haram earlier. That has a different tone when you say it, I think. Well, bless me then, I guess. I got the snack approval. Oh, yeah. Half my chat's gay at this point, you know? I think Boba at some point said I collect gay men like Pokemon. This talk is funny. This is just a normal Friday, I think, for me. Sorry, Snack, but you'll have to compete with me. Are you a straight man? I'm not threatened by that. I got the upper hand. I would say like 50% of straight men just don't know how to talk to chicks. So, you know, not overly concerned. Normal snack day. Seems like I'm pretty gay today. That's right, get it, queen. Slay, dude. Girl. Okay, I gotta figure out how the fucking legs are gonna work on this guy. But I'm younger and you're 64 years old? Well, I'm not gonna fuck you, dude. You don't have to worry about it. What does that matter? What does our age gap matter here? What are you fucking ageist? You're shaming me, dude? Fake news, misreport, forged data. Well, in my kingdom, my word is law. You know? I'm a dictator, literally. I could ban you for having a bad day. Me, who's never talked to chicks in person? What are you doing? You never, like, you've never gone to, like, a coffee shop or something? My only weakness is that I'm 163 centimeters. I felt like you were, like, American, but your use of centimeters, like, confuses me now. Is Snack trying to fight lesbians again? Look. Look. Alright. I'm just saying. I stand by my word. Bisexuals are fine with me, okay? Why are you fighting lesbians? I said my gripe with lesbians is not that they're gay. Well, it kind of is, but it's not because they're gay. I don't dislike them because they're gay. I dislike them because I can't compete with women trying to date other women. A woman is obviously going to want to date a woman over a straight white dude like me, alright? So, I just don't want that smoke. That's all. Bisexuals are fine, because they end up dating dudes anyway, so that doesn't bother me at all. They could be bisexual, I don't care. Get a septum piercing, whatever you gotta do, alright? Fight me? Nuh-uh. I'm a woman. They don't bite, just talk to them. As a bisexual dating a woman, I beg to differ. You're the chosen one, dude. The true minority. Honestly, lesbians should get this med called Trichoxagon. I don't get it. Anyways, all this to say, I don't actually hate lesbians, guys, okay? I joke. Ladies, keep dating ladies. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. As a man who's approached a woman before, biting would be much more preferable than women will often say. Don't bite me, alright? I don't want to be bitten. Congrats. Speak for yourself. Oh, okay. Dude, it's Tricox again? That's not what you wrote. You wrote Tricoxagon. You capitalized the A. It's like a different... It's a different thing. Snack hates competition? It's true. I want the monopoly on everything. Cat girls would bite you, I guess? That's right. That's why I don't draw them anymore. I was trying to be friendly. I see. Well, I still consider you friendly. Don't worry. Hey, don't say we end up with dudes. Alright, I won't. I won't. You didn't hear from me. Snack's nice, but unimportant. What's your Cherkun stance on lesbian furniture? He loves it. Cherkun loves lesbian furniture, okay? I don't even know what would qualify as, like, lesbian furniture. I feel like this is getting really, like, out of my wheelhouse, and I feel like any joke I start making now, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. We've gone too deep into the lesbian commentary. I don't know how much more I want to add to this. Chat's getting me sweating, dude. I was about to get into a nuanced discussion about lesbians and genitalia and gender identity, but I was like, no, I want to say something dumb. That's the true answer. That's the right answer. I don't want to think today. I don't want to have to pry chatters apart from fighting each other. I don't want to have to change the topic. Normally, if I say, like, we're switching topics or whatever, it's because I feel like people get heated. And it is my bad, because I'm the one who usually brings up the topic every time. But I can't help it. I'm stupid. Why would they get heated? Well, I mean, nobody's heated on this topic. I just mean, like, we've definitely had some talks where people bring up, like, politics or, you know, whatever type. Pick the controversy of the day, okay? And I mean that hypothetically. Don't give me the controversy of the day. But I mean, like, you know, if let's say something comes up naturally in conversation, and then people start having strong opinions about shit, you could tell, sort of like, you know, there's a lot of people here, and there's a reality where, you know, people are gonna have differing opinions about things. And as the streamer, you know, my job is to sort of manage the vibe. And if I feel like people are getting too heated or too opinionated about certain things, I will probably just change the topic and shut it down and tell people I'm going to time them out if they keep going. That's usually how I operate. It's not that I have an issue with people bringing up issues. It's just that certain issues are very hot button, meaning that it's very easy for people to have strong responses to them, which are appropriate in a lot of cases, right? On either side of certain issues. But, like, it doesn't make for an entertaining stream. The reality is people don't want to come here and argue. I'm not a politics channel. And I have to recognize that above all. And so if you're coming to me for your political takes, I'm probably not the guy for you. Granted, they're right, and you should listen to everything I say because I'm always right. But generally speaking, okay, I'm not here to brainwash you. Snack, I appreciate you. Remind me to sub to you when I have money. I won't. Don't sub to me. Keep your money. Okay? Keep your money. Go buy your lesbian girlfriend a nice gift, okay? With that $5. A chocolate bar in today's Canadian economy. Okay, that's what that'll get you. I'm in a fighting mood today. Somebody try me right now. Glad. I don't want that. I don't want you fighting. You're like one of my scariest chatters. My politics taste is that Western animation is superior to both Korean and Chinese and Japan animation. See, I could fight on this. I don't really know. They're all kind of good in their own way. The thing is, I feel like the French game's kind of killing it. Like, Studio Fortiche, like with Arcane and stuff like that, like, that's all French animation. Whether you see it as French animation or not, it is. You know, it's done by French people. It's voiced by Americans and Western people. But if we're talking about, like, pure animation, the French are killing it. I'm not saying this because I'm French, okay? I'm just saying, like, they do. I sometimes misread your name as Gladsack. I think I called her that once and she got mad at me, so I stopped doing it. What's your favorite French studio? Probably Fortiche. I think they're very, very good. They kind of like changed the game with Arcane. Like you could tell the new era of like TV animation is basically just emulating the Fortiche style. So I think, you know, for that reason, they're probably a legitimate contender for like one of the best animation studios right now. It looks so bad. Bro, just ban this guy. Arcane is outsourced to Koreans and Chinese. Even friggin' Last Man is outsourced. I'm just kidding. Don't ban this guy, by the way. I ain't actually that mad. Dude, another French company's doing League of Legends cinematics, and I find it so ugly now. The good art got stolen by Arcane. Arcane was pure propaganda. I hated it after the first season. Propaganda? With like Globo Homo, the gay agenda? Is that what you're talking about? Come on, dog. Come on, you don't think that. Two girls could kiss, bro. It happens. It happens all the time. You know? I could do it better than you. Yeah, well, I could do your mom better than you. So, you know. Ready to strike. I have to genuinely make the break between when you say about that guy. I'm joking much shorter because I was like 2 seconds away from it. I feel like if it's like a first time like message, okay, yeah, ban him. Okay, ban him. Ban him, Jadu. Nuke his ass. Get this little dumbass out of here. Thank you. For those of you who did not see that, because I have a auto mod, he called me the N-word. So he's gone. Ayo, Snack, you know Le Triplets, the Belleville? I know of it. It's a movie, right? Triplets of Belleville. Also, guys, beyond banning him, just go report that guy. Triplets de Belleville. Oh yeah. I've heard of this movie. I've never seen it. I've heard really good things though. It's on my like to-do list, to my watch list. They were just grumpy because the username 2 billion and 1 was taken. That must be it. I don't want 2 billion of that guy though. Yeah, an oldie. When did it come out? Is it like an early 2000s thing? I feel like the early 2000s era of animation was just like a lot better. That's what I think of when someone talks about French cartoons. Yeah, well, French. The thing is, it's hard to really say that like animation comes from one particular region now, right? Because if you look at like even things like Spa, that's like Spain, but it's still got like that Western animation style because it's Sergio Pablo and he worked at like Disney or he worked at one of the classical like animation studios or whatever. I don't know if it was necessarily Disney, but that's like, that would be considered Western style, but it's in like Spain or whatever, so. Yo, Snack, why is your YouTube not there on your Twitch page? My Twitch page. Why is my YouTube not there on my Twitch page? What do you mean? Like when I do my notification, or do you mean like why do I not have my YouTube link added? It's probably because I started doing YouTube after I made my bio. I should update it though. It's just something to do, I guess. I see Twitter, Insta, Discord, but not YouTube. Yeah, you're right. I haven't added it. I should add it though. I'll do that another day. I'm actually going to be updating all my banners. And I'll probably be doing changes to that as well. I also have to update the schedule because it's the wrong times right now. It shows 4:30 p.m. But that's because we had a. It doesn't account for like the seasonal time changes or whatever. Ban who? We banned Leo because he was being naughty. He was saying bad words. You can't say that in chat, guys. You keep it to the DMs, you know. Ban her? No. I'm quite sure Snack's not registering, or Aki and CPAC and MDFKZ means claims of being familiar with 2000s animation is superficial. I don't know any of those. I've never heard of any of those. He doesn't want us filth going to YouTube? That's not true. Go to YouTube. Go watch my YouTube shorts. Especially my recent one, because it got flatlined, dude. I hate how the algorithm works. You want to see some bogus shit? Check this out. I'll show you some shit, dude. Look at what YouTube did to my beautiful analytics. My short was doing so good at first, and then they just flatlined it. I don't know how that happens or why they do this, but it looks like this. It's like going up, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna do good. It was on trend to be like my best short, and then boom, just flatline out of nowhere. Fucked up, dude. fucked up. A Mouse in Manhattan episode from Tom and Jerry. Why can't we make episodes like that anymore? That's the flattest line I've ever seen. You don't gotta rub it in, Sid. I know it's flat. Okay, I gotta bust out the reference again. Where's my ref? No. What the fuck? Am I insane? Okay, there he is. I don't like this old guy. I don't like the old version of him. I didn't like it. It's cleared out. Oh shit, I forgot to thank some of the followers here. Lemistros, thank you for the follow. Andres Arts, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, big dog. What made you stick to bodies and not go inorganic or meta? I just have a preference for human anatomy. I just prefer the look, you know? I'm not a big fan of mecha, personally. I've never watched mecha anime. Never really interested me. It's just kind of actually to the opposite. It's like unappealing to me. I just don't like it. I don't know. Got some food in my belly, now time to draw. That's right, get to work. He craves the flesh of man, exactly. Tokyo. You have to go. That's the period. Also, guys, if I get quiet, it's because I'm actually trying to lock in on this real quick here. Oh. Even to the point of growing a disproportionately large body, hand, and shriveling inorganic or structural legs? You mean like doing like some sort of like shape language like this, where the guy's kind of like this, and then his arm is like Doomfist from whatchamacallit? Overwatch? I mean, I don't hate that style. I like semi-realism. I like period stuff. I like things set in a certain world that I could imagine is real in my head for whatever reason. I don't like. I'm not a big like magic guy or like just like a generic. I don't know. It's not that I have like issues with that stuff. I do like fantasy stuff for sure. I'm gonna sort of match this guy's pose here. You like periods? I actually hate them. 6'4", by the way. 2/3 of fantasies, wide shots, and castles. That's true. I don't do enough of those. How do you draw smoke? I suck at it. Okay. The way smoke works is it starts small, okay? Then it becomes bigger and it forms a little bubble, right? And then as this bubble grows, what happens is it accelerates, so it gets faster and faster, and then it hits sort of like an invisible wall, and it starts to pool up here. And then you get these sort of like swirls going into each other. And so what you want to do with smoke is you basically want to do like a circle, but you want to cut out a bunch of shapes. And you want to make sure that it's thicker at the top and thinner at the bottom. And then you'll get sort of like a smoke feel. That's essentially, I mean, this is not the most beautiful smoke design. It's a quick one, but the idea is there, you know? Smoke goes up, and then it spreads as it goes up. Because what happens is because smoke, I don't know what the fuck's in smoke, like carcinogens and a bunch of other shit, but essentially the air, the more the smoke comes up against air, the harder it is to pass through, and so it builds up. I don't know, some shit like that. Whatever, I don't fucking know, dude. I think basically it loses momentum and then fucking pulls up. Jack Zart, you following me? You're not following me. You raiding me? Shit. Get in here, Jack Zart. What are you up to, big dog? The Tiefling Kingdom is here to party? No way. Go check out Jack's art. He was doing art. I guess that makes sense when his name's Jack's art. Jack's art, what were you up to? Huh? What were you doing today on stream? You got anything you want to share with us? Hoons art, how you doing? How you doing, Hoons? Hello, I was drawing some expressions of my OCs and then a little commission. Oh yeah, you want to share anything with us? Hootsart, thank you for the follow, big dog. Shit. Welcome in, welcome in. Also, this is looking good so far. So cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We've been doing this. We painted this girl the other day. Well, the other day, like a couple weeks ago. And now we've just been doing a bunch of random shit. We did some imagination poses here like a while ago. Yeah. That's it, really. We just gotta draw whatever comes to mind. And by we, I mean me. And then Chad argues with me and makes fun of me and bullies me. Mori, thank you for the follow. Are there any other mods here, or do I have to fully pay attention to chat? I mean, you don't have to actually be here. You're not like on shift, you know? I can ban people too. I just knew you were here. Normally I would have just banned him myself. Jadu's a mod? He is. I've bestowed him with a gun and a badge. And he goes around killing people when I tell him to. But yeah, Jaxart, send down your link, and we'll take a little look, see what you were working on. I'm gonna keep drawing my Chinese dress. It's armor, but kind of like a dress. I'm looking at the external shape on this. There's like a curvature to it, it feels like. Oh, I'm seeing this as like two separate pieces. Ah, I see. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, I was just shading this little whip I did last night. Alright, let's take a little peek. A little peeky poo. Oh, damn. Very nice, dude. I dig it. We got a little tiefling here. Let me take a little look. Do you guys say tiefling or tiefling? I feel like when I started playing D&D a long-ass time ago, I would say tiefling. And now I say tiefling. This is what Jack's art was doing. This is their work. Looking good, dude. You say tiefling? 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 What up, Ori? How you doing, big dog? I say tiefling. Now I say tiefling, because I had arguments with my friends, and they're like, it's tiefling. I'm like, alright. It's tiefling. Looking good, dude. Well, look, Jack's art. If people want to follow you, I really like your color selections, by the way. Pink and blue go really well together. And gold as well. If anybody want to follow you, where can they follow you? You got a Twitter, you got an Instagram, you got an OnlyFans, Rule 34, whatever you got, dog. Drop the links. Maybe not the last two, but just drop the links. Tell the people where they can find you. Just saying thiefling. If German tiefling is a thief is deep, that's racist, dude. You can't say thiefling. They're discriminated against enough as it is. We know Jack's got a blue sky. Oh shit, that's yeah. I don't know why I named everything but the blue sky. You sent me a blue sky link. I mostly use Blue Sky and Insta. Jack's art there? Hell yeah, dude. Well, guys, you know what to do. Go check him out. So, Jax, do you normally do art streams? Is that your thing? A lot of people do a lot of stuff on Twitch. Some people who do art also do a bunch of other shit. I'm probably like an art purist here on Twitch. Also, how you doing, Ori? How's life going? I'm doing well, gathering time to edit something. Ooh, I wonder what that is. You cheating on me, dog? I'm just kidding. How are you? How's chat? They're good. We banned a guy earlier because he was saying the N-word, but otherwise we're good. I haven't had a good ban in a while, you know? Gets the blood pumping. Makes me feel alive. Rage baiting? What do you mean rage baiting? Oh, fuck yeah, don't say that. Or at least keep it in the DMs, you know? Not my chat. Is there a proper 20-second cooldown for double burp reporting? I don't think so. I think you could probably spam it. Don't, though. It's supposed to be accurate. Don't break the burp. Don't break the burp integrity, you know? Integrity burping. Surely it's just burp-loving mods that have permission to add. I actually don't even know. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I have not made a single command in this chat myself. At all. I have not done anything. All of the commands have been set up by Boba. Exclusively. He just does things. I don't know how he does things, why he does things. He just does them. I'm gonna look for a bit. I gotta get some food, but I'll be watching how you draw these awesome drawings. That's right, dude. Go get some food. I forgot to say, if you gotta get out of here, get out of here. But yeah, get out of here, dude. Do your thing. Go eat. Don't feel like you gotta hang out here on my account. We missed our Aniv. Oh shit. Oh my god. Have you actually really been following me for over a year? That's crazy, dude. It's so weird to me. It feels like I haven't even been streaming a year. I know I have, but it feels so much shorter. Pillow streamer Princess Snack not putting the effort into the channel. What are you saying to me, Damon? What are you saying to me right now? How long Snack been streaming for? Since May of 2024. So not very long. Under 2 years. Just under two... Like a year and a half. We didn't actually start getting traction until... I want to say May of this year, though. My first stream... Or my first year, I think I was doing probably around 5 average viewers, something like that. We were under the radar, you know. The hidden boss of Twitch. That's how I like to think about it. That's all. I feel like his legs are kind of long here. And you kept going for a year? Respect. Yeah, actually, I wonder what my analytics are like for the first year. Maybe I averaged a little higher. I don't know. I remember it being pretty small, though. It was basically just a rotating cast of a couple people. What do we got? We got... Let's check the first year. Let's check from May to... I don't know. Yeah, my average for my first year was 7 viewers. From May 2024 to May 2025, 7 viewers. And $10. I made $10 that year. Snack's the only streamer I know who's streamed more than a year. Really? Does everybody fall off for you, Yeti? I had a goal when I started streaming. When I started streaming, guys. When I started, okay, I knew streaming sucked ass for every beginner streamer. It just sucks ass, okay? You're gonna have to talk to no one every day forever. But I did it because I wanted to get better at drawing, and I wanted to get back into drawing regularly. And so I told myself that shit didn't matter, even though it kind of did. Obviously everybody wants to be successful. But like, it didn't really matter in terms of like what I coped myself into believing, okay? But I dedicated 1 year, okay? I dedicated 1 year. My first year, I was like, look, I'm gonna dedicate a solid fucking year to just streaming. And if I hate it at the end of a year, I'll stop. That's what I told myself. And then at the end of the year, I was like, I love the community. I love everybody here. Riri-chan! How you doing, big dog? Your art style scrumptious? No, you. No, you're scrumptious. So after a year, I was basically like, look, if I fucking hate my life, I'll stop. But I like the community, and I feel like a duty to be here for people. It's kind of tough, because it's like one day I probably will eventually stop. I'm probably not gonna do this till I die. And I think as my focus shifts to other things, like we were 4 days a week for the last like 6-8 months or whatever. Before that we were 3 days a week, and now we're back to 3 days a week. Just because with the YouTube stuff and all that stuff, it's like it's I don't know, it's tough to balance everything. And so that's my issue now, is trying to balance everything that I want to do with the energy I have to give towards it. And trying things out and seeing if I like it and then pulling off from there. Hell yeah, you gotta be here for me. Kind of, yeah, I do, dude. That's the truth, though. Like, I genuinely... After a year, I think if shit didn't grow, or Actually, even if shit didn't grow, I'd probably still be doing it. Sid, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Sid, you're always helping me out. I appreciate it, big dog. That being said, guys, I'm not desperate for money. You don't have to sub. You don't feel pressured to sub, okay? I make jokes about, I treat subs better than non-subs. Okay, those are jokes. They're all jokes, all right? Sid knows, because I bully her sometimes, but yeah, I don't know. I think after a year, I was like, I really like the community. I feel a sense of duty to just sort of show up, because I feel like a lot of the community they've become friends with each other, which makes my life a lot easier, because I don't have to be as active in like chats and stuff. That basically it passively manages itself by people being friends, and I think we have a strong group of people that I really like seeing on a regular basis. And I feel like it's sort of like I have to be the glue that sort of helps maintain that. Now, I don't know that people would fall off talking to each other or being friends if I stop streaming. I hope not. But I know it makes it easier and it makes it more cohesive. Not everything can last forever, obviously. One day I'll die. Thank God. But generally speaking, you know, we're going to keep going for a little bit at least. I don't know when it'll end, but... You sure 99% of us artists are broke? I don't work in the art industry. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't do that horribly for myself. So I'm not, like, in a position where I'm desperate for cash or anything. But, don't die. I'll try not to. I've been praying to every god, dude. I'm going somewhere after death. You sure you'll die? Well, look, maybe we get some AI revolution and I end up being like cat snack in a fucking jar, my brain in a jar for the rest of time, and then I'm fed Neuralink ads, and I gotta watch fucking McDonald's corporate commercials in my like sci-fi dystopian like hellscape. But maybe I'll die. Who knows? It could be one or the other. We'll never know until we live it, right? So maybe they'll give us like a serum that allows us to de-age, you know, and I could stay like fucking, what am I, 30? I could stay like, I'm 31. I could stay my age forever. I'd probably go younger. Wouldn't it be weird if I turned myself into like a 5-year-old and I kept working my job? I just like showed up in like a little suit. And just like, I still had my like, my 30-year-old brain, but I'm like 5. That'd be a fun bit. That feels like somebody, I think I said that like not too long ago, and somebody was like, that's like a premise for an anime. Can I have your tablet if you die? I don't think you probably won't want this one by the time I'm ready to die, dude. I feel like this tablet is it's already kind of, well, it's kind of scratched up, but had it for a while. That thank God is wild. Guys, I don't want to die, all right? If it's up to me, I'll be immortal. If I can stay in my current physical health, my current mental health, and like my current like state eternally, I'll probably do that. I'll cheat death. I'll be like one of those billionaires who doesn't want to die. I'll get some fucking 20-year-old to like hook up his blood to my veins and sap him of energy like a modern vampire. All right? I'll do whatever it takes to not die. Okay, my biological impulse to not die is strong. But if I'm old and decrepit and suffering, just fucking kill me, dude. Who cares? I thought you were younger than me? People say that. People think I'm like 20. I'm not. I'm 31. So you're a billionaire? Are you looking for a wife? I'm not a billionaire and I can't afford a wife. I'm sorry, Riri-chan. I do well for a single guy, okay? I can't support a housewife, unfortunately. And also, I cook with a microwave, so you're gonna be pretty bored. There's not gonna be much to do. Can you afford a house? I am a homeowner. I do own my property. It's not a house, it's a condo, but I do own it. So technically, yes, I guess it depends on like what you define as house. I could have probably bought a house in like a rural area. They would have just fucking sucked. But are you looking for an owner? Like a dog-human relationship? Sid, if you're saying you're gonna just, you know, let me do my thing and feed me and house me, then yeah, dude. I'll take that. I'll be your dog. You already know I can howl. I'll do the cooking, you do the dishes. Hold up, I'm paying for you to be my wife and I gotta do chores? What is this so I work and I come home and I do half the chores? I feel like I'm getting scammed, Riri. What's going on here? No equitability, dude. We're going old school, bro. I was hoping you'd hunt food for me. What kind of dog that lives in a suburban household do you know that hunts? Sounds pretty fair to me. I don't know. Shit. This is why I can't survive in the modern dating scene. I'm not built for this world. I own land and can't afford a damn tablet? Screw this country. I'll color your drawings for you? You can just color my drawings now. I don't care. You've got permission. If you guys want to take my line art and color it, I won't stop you. Just tag me, you know? There's not gonna be a lot of drawing today though, because I'm in a yappy mood and I'm just not getting shit done. Also, this pose is kind of stiff. I don't really know how to deal with it. Cat Stack coloring books, big bucks. That's actually not a terrible idea, but I'd actually appreciate if you put that file on the Discord. You could probably literally just screenshot it. Also, if I put this file in the Discord, you're never going to find the layer. I mean, you'll probably find it because it's, like, visible on screen right now. But, like, my layer management is fucked, dude. Look at all these layers. Look at all this shit. Good luck finding the layer I'm drawing on. It's in here somewhere. Look at all this shit. See, I don't even know what layer I'm drawing. This one. Your layers are like an onion. Yeah, because I'm like an ogre. I'm like a Clip Studio ogre. How big's the file? That's a good question. I have no idea. I also realized it's saved as a PNG right now, which I don't want. I'm going to save it as a clip file. I think I was doing something. I needed like an asset for a reel I'm working on, or well, I was putting together a package for my editor for. Let's be real, I don't do the editing, but and so because of that, I probably saved it as a PNG. Can your tail be used to help with art? You know, that'd be a really good add-on to just have like a version where I take my tail to draw. I don't know if I can afford any more PNG layers. I do okay, but I also have shit to pay, you know? I got bills. Save, save, save. Budget cuts. I hate that I have to look at references for everything. Brother, I am looking at a reference right now. I've got a reference right here. I'm looking at references. Don't worry, you're not alone. Everybody looks at references. Hey, Snack, what up, Chain? Your Discord is so riveting. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic. Oh, you gotta fucking read the rules, Riri. You don't even see the Discord right now. Riri's looking at the rules channel being like, damn, dude, this shit's crazy. I can't believe 200 and something people signed up for this. Well, oh, my bad. If you read the rules, then you hit the little check mark and unlocks the full Discord. Assuming you comply with the rules, obviously. It's very normal to look at references, Joe. It is. I could see if I could find the reference for this guy. But there were references for the coat and stuff. This girl I didn't use any reference for. This guy I used reference for the jacket. I used a separate reference for the pants. I used a reference for the hair. Yeah, I used a lot of reference for that guy. Now, I don't always use reference. This girl had one reference, and I didn't really use it much. I'm gonna move, fuck. Was I drawing on that layer? Shit, I was. Let's merge it with the layer below, and then we'll just... How did you learn to draw like that? How did I learn to draw like the way I draw? Look, man, I wish I had the secret sauce. I feel like people ask me all the time to, like, explain it. I could try and explain it. There's definitely, like, some sort of sauce. I also realized I kind of erased out a bit of my drawing there. There's some sort of sauce. I think it's a combination of mentality and habit, okay? My mentality is I'm really, 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 really critical of myself. I push my art a lot. I will actively delete things if I don't think that they conform to, like, the standard I set for myself. And I think once I hit a certain level of drawing, like, let's say I perform something, let's say hypothetically this is the best drawing I've ever done. Okay, I don't know that it is or it isn't, but let's say this is, or, you know, let's say this is the best drawing I've ever done. What I do is I take this drawing into the next drawing. So if I start a new canvas, I'm bringing this guy with me, okay? And he's going to be right next to the next drawing I'm doing. And that next drawing has to evoke an equal or better feeling in terms of appeal, okay? And my job is to explore. It's to deconstruct based off of references. It's to tackle issues and problems that I struggle with, whether it be hands, fabric, facial angles, expressions, whatever, okay? It's my job to do the research and to supplement my lack of understanding with research and knowledge and, like, you know. So like this hand, for instance, I haven't finished this hand yet, okay? I have a photo reference that I took of my own hand to be able to do that hand. I have a photo reference of that I took of my hand to do that hand, right? So that's sort of how I operate. I take my best piece, because the reality is, guys, you should only be comparing yourself to yourself. If you compare yourself to everybody on the internet, well, there's 8 billion people on the planet. You're gonna go fucking insane. You can't do that, okay? There's 8 billion people on the planet, and social media, guess what? It filters for, like, the top 0.0001% of the people that are skilled in that thing that you want to be good at. So you're comparing yourself with, like, a handful of people out of billions. You are going to drive yourself crazy. Don't do that. Do it, compare yourself to yourself. Now, do you want to use those people that are really skilled as sources of information? Absolutely. That's what referencing is. You're pulling information. You're not just copying what you see. You're trying to analyze the form, how the fabric sits on a certain shape, you know, how the angle of the mouth looks at a certain angle, how the tilt of the eyes look at a certain angle. If I'm doing a front-on eye, it's going to look a little bit more flat, right? It's going to look something like this. Whereas if I'm doing a sort of a top-down eye, it might look a little bit more like this, where the angles are tilted upwards now. So instead of having this curve, we're inversing the bottom lid's curve like this, and now we'll have more of a top eye look. If I want to do like a bottom eye, I could do the inverse. I flip the curves the other way, and all of these things are learned through analyzing artwork or anatomy. You can sort of spot these things by doing your homework, right? And then that lets you sort of understand things in a different, I don't know, depth or whatever. But that's sort of what you want to do. You compare yourself to yourself, identify your weaknesses, do your fucking homework, whether that's looking at references, taking photos of your own hands if you struggle with hands, clothing, whatever. You know, your own reference is always going to be the best because you can get it to be posed the exact way you want it posed, right? I needed to hear that. Thank you, King. No worries, Queen. Why is that? Wait, that's awesome. Why is that awesome advice? Because it's the truth. I'm preaching. I'm preaching, baby. Doesn't it hurt if you spend so much time on some shit just to hate it? Yeah, it does. That's why you jump from one thing to another. I don't know if you noticed. I have about 3 different drawings just like actively being worked on right now. These 3 things. And then I got bored and just started doing these things. Okay, the way I think about art or progressing in art is if you get frustrated, if you start feeling strong negative emotion, you want to move away from that because you don't want to sort of associate your drawing time with negative emotions. Okay, you don't want that. That's bad. That's a very guaranteed way to make yourself hate drawing. Okay, what you want to do is you want to identify when you're getting frustrated and move to something else. Okay, move to something else. You could come back when you're in a better mind state and you could tackle that problem when you have the energy to do it. But if you're beating yourself up and you're fucking hating yourself over what you're producing, that's your cue to sort of fucking move on to something else. Then come back, do the research, look up, try to solve the problem, understand the bones, the muscles, the anatomy, where they insert, where they originate from, all that shit, right? That's sort of how I would approach it. And so I jump around from shit. I'm like the ADHD style artist. Faithful Media, this is my first time here, actually. What kind of art projects do you work on, or is it just one shot? I just draw. I don't have any ongoing projects. I don't even work in any sort of art sector at all. I'm just sort of a hobbyist. I do have a background in art, so I can't, like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't wanna pretend. I'm a fake natty right now if I say I'm not, like, academically trained, okay? I did go to art school. That being said, you know, I feel like that's like I say that because I think that's the fake natty of the art kingdom, alright? If you go around telling people that you know, you're all self-taught, but you went to art school, it's the fake natty, dude. Young Khan, Lurk, thank you for the Lurk, big dog. Welcome in, another great artist. How you doing, dog? Well, you're lurking. You know, do your thing. Thank you for blessing me with these words of wisdom. Not the fake natty. Look, I think there are lots and lots and lots of ways to improve. My sort of philosophy, and that's all it is, it's a philosophy. I don't have any sort of secret sauce. I don't have any sort of academic research papers that are backing anything I say. It's just based on my own experience. If you're having a frustrating drawing day and you have negative emotions, step back, do some other shit. Draw some other shit if you think you can. If you can't, just do some other shit. You don't want to associate negative emotion to what you're doing. Now, are there times that you're going to be confronted with negative emotions and you have to do shit? Like, let's say you're doing commissions and it's frustrating the fuck out of you and you just want to do anything but that? Yeah, for sure. In that case, I think, you gotta sort of step back, look at yourself a little bit more externally, a little bit more objectively, be like, look, the state of the mentality I'm in right now is transient, it's temporary. Just, feel it, acknowledge it, and the more you do that, the more you recognize it when it pops up later on. You get a little bit more comfortable with spotting it, and it lets you have a little bit more self-control. Doesn't mean it's not gonna fucking suck just as hard as it did the time before, but maybe you'll have a little bit more of an understanding that this shit just sort of comes with the territory of being an artist, So that would be my advice, and it makes the sting a little bit less stingy, that's all. It's the curse of being an artist. The better you get, the more you realize you're not as good as the people you want to be. Yeah, that's it though. Comparison to the thief of joy though, right? I like, you can live your life comparing yourself to everybody. You could do that, but I think the focus should be like, I would say 80% compare yourself to yourself and 20% to other people. If you're comparing yourself to other people, it should really be with the intent of learning or taking something from that person's knowledge and applying it to your own work. It shouldn't be to just fucking beat yourself up and be like, damn, I suck dick, and like I'm never gonna be as good as such and such or so and so or whatever the fuck, Like, I think that's the approach you gotta take. Now, like, I'm not somebody who's like, never compare yourself to any other artist. Because that's bullshit, dog, You want to know how to get good, and you gotta look at people who are good to know what they did to get good. So I feel like, there's a point that you want to do that, but you want to do that within like a healthy, reasonable range. You don't want to fucking torment yourself over it. Crymelt, how you doing? Raiden with a party of 60. What up, Crymelt? Crymelt. How you doing? Our soul, thank you for the follow. You following little old me? Shit. Cat Snack. That's me, baby. That's me. That's my name. Don't wear it out. I'm just playing. You can wear it out. It's cool. How you doing, dude? I'm doing good. How are you, rat? Damn, she's dropping the fucking R word. Mods, you know what to do. I'm just kidding. Don't ban her, alright? Nah, I'm good, dude. I'm good. We're having some art talk, some art philosophy talk. Also, guys, for those who don't know, Crymelt on Twitch is a very skilled artist. I lurk in her stream every now and then. I don't know if she knows, but I'm in there every now and then. But yeah, dude, I appreciate you raiding me. If you want to share anything you were working on, because I assume you were doing art. Oh, you were. Last category, art. What you do? Yeah, dude, I'm in there. I'm a little freaking creepy little lurker, dude. I got my eyeballs on you. You're not safe from my knowledge, my cognition. You're so funny. Flattery will get you everywhere, guys. That's all I'm saying. You keep hitting me with that Riri Chan? I don't even know, dude. I'm about to act up, guys. Can't be getting complimented like this. It's not good for my ego. I'm trying to give you guys like a fucking... I'm trying to give you guys like the whole speech about don't compare yourself to others, don't get a big ego, don't do this, don't do that, be objective with yourself. And then you hit me with the you're so funny, and then shit. I just all of that fucking like that all my values just melted away. Let me get the link. Give me a sec. Get your link, dude. Get your link. And also, Crymelt, if you want to share any links where people can follow you, you got a Twitter, you got a Blue Sky, you got an Instagram, OnlyFans, Rule 34. Drop it in the chat, dude. Maybe not the last two, but Drop whatever you got. Now I can creep too. That's right. This is the way. Fuck. Your mouse icon blushing makes it even better. Oh, I'm good. OnlyFans? Yeah, no OnlyFans, guys. I don't think fucking Twitch is gonna let me keep streaming if I start sharing OnlyFans links in here. Plus, I don't want to make any more money. Okay, if I start on OnlyFans, it's over. Okay, Belle Delphine who? I'm coming for the crown, dude. Alright, anyways. Thank you for the compliments on my art. Thank you for the raid. OnlyFans, baby. That's right. Chad, do you think my bathwater would sell? I don't think it would. But what were you drawing? I know we're about to get the link, but can I get a sneak peek? Not gonna lie, saw your reel earlier. Funny how I ended up here. Did you really? Which one? That scares me, dude. I have some early reels that I wish I probably shouldn't have published, but... Faithful Media over on YouTube says, hey, are you a furry? No, dude, it's stolen valor. I wear the uniform, but I never served. I just do it for the marketing. But I've never yiffed once. I don't own a fursuit. I've never drawn an anthro animal ever in my life. It really is just sort of a... It's stolen valor, dude. It's not real. Animated a little promo vid for commissions. Oh shit. All right. Let's see. Oh fuck. I gotta download something. Uh oh. Oh, this is sick, dude. Okay, look. I'm gonna try and... I don't have Discord Nitro. I'm gonna try and add it to my Discord so I can share it on screen. Because I'm stupid with technology, I don't usually share my my window because I don't want to dox myself and have everybody show up at my house. So let me see if I can share this in the Discord. This is not a Discord promo, by the way. This is just a safe way that I know I can share things. I'm not gonna share it in general. Let me share it in the art share, and then I'll oops, and then I'll pull it up on stream. All right, give me a second here. Okay, let me pull up the Discord real quick. We can take a look at what Crymelt shared. Is it Crymelt or Crimelt, by the way? I feel like my instinct is to call it Crimelt, but I'm pretty sure it's Crymelt. Okay, let's take a little peeky poo. What do we got? Everybody can see the Discord. We got a little animation promo. Let me pull it. Let me make this bigger. Check this out, guys. Oh, I assume this is where you're gonna have your commissions popped up. I don't know what she was sweating at. What's that commission gonna be? That's sick, dude. I dig it. I dig it. I love the animation. I can't wait to see what it's gonna look like when it's complete. I'd say I'm gonna follow you, but I already do. So I'm gonna creep you, and then we'll figure it out once it's done. I'll join along the way. Pre-mate. There you go. Pre-mate. This does look sick. It does. So guys, you know what to do. Go follow Crymelt, Cremate, whatever. Okay. Go follow Cry. Check her stuff out. Crymelt. Oh, she actually corrected it, and I'm over here butchering it. Go follow Crymelt. Check out her stuff. Give her a little follow. Make sure you know it's from Snack. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't be obnoxious. But, yeah, go check her out, dude. Go check her out. And thank you for the raid. And by the way, dude, if you got a dip, if you're hungry, you gotta go eat, poop, whatever, alright? Take a shower. If you're a stinky streamer like I am, if you gotta take a shower, go do your thing. Don't let me hold you, alright? It's the end of stream. Go chill out. Where? On Twitch. Pretty sure it was the latest one. Someone I followed liked it. Nice. We got the next one cooking right now. What do I want to draw, dude? I'm really struggling with these legs today, mostly because I've just been yapping, but too bad I already... Never mind. I forgot to take a shower before stream. Shit, chat. We got a stinky little Twitch streamer in chat right now. That's okay. There's a screen between us. I don't have smell-o-vision, so you're safe. You be a little stinker. I'll be lurking and taking a shower. What a combo. Do your thing, dog. I appreciate the raid. Thank you for coming out. I'll catch you when I catch you. And you know what? I'll be lurking. Keep an eye out for me. I'll be watching you in your little animation. Oh, and you know what? For those who don't know, because I didn't actually talk about me, which is rare for me, but you know, we'll jump into it. My name's Snack. I'm Canadian. That's probably as much information as you'll get out of me. I'm Canadian. I draw stuff like this. We drew this lady like a couple weeks ago that I haven't finished. I still have to finish her boots and hands. We've drawn, I don't know, these are just whatever. We've drawn a lot of shit, alright? And he also animates on occasion, that's true. I do animate. I have not gone into animation streams in a while. It's been like a solid month, but... Dude, I see the patterns on the hair, goddamn. Yeah, that's my little signature. I do that a lot. I've done it on quite a few characters I've drawn, actually. I don't know what this is. A lot of these characters. I didn't do it on these guys. These are more like ink style. I just kind of did whatever on these ones or whatever, but... Yeah. Anyways, that's a little bit about me. And another thing I do, guys, and I think it's not unique to me. A lot of people do this on Twitch. But I do think I do it exceptionally well. I think we have in our Discord, if you join the Discord, we have a critiques channel where people post their art on stream, or on the Discord, in the critiques channel. I'm really not selling this well, but if you post to the critiques channel, I will go over your art live on stream whenever I'm in the mood, which is every now and then, but... I love your art, please don't go bald. I'm actually not bald, I have a full head of hair, but as a boy with a balding father, you know, my fist is raised for all the bald men out there, because I am definitely schizo-paranoid about that shit all the time. If you looked at my phone in my early 20s, dude, it was nothing but photos of my hairline. I swear to fucking God. I was like, I thought I had my dad's curse. Luckily, I take from my mom's side, so I'm safe for now, but I don't know. My dad lost all of his hair in his 30s. I'm 31 now. There's still lots of time. I'm gonna count my blessings, but it's... The Norwood Reaper's around the corner. I can feel it. He's coming for me, dude. He's watching me. Don't lose the jiggle? What jiggle? Don't worry, I'd oil your head if you did go bald. I don't know if I should be uncomfortable or not. Do a jiggle, Neekstradamus. Shit, you know it be jiggling, dog. You know it, dude. What you talking about, Neekstradamus? You know it jiggle, dog. Okay. Man, I'm 33. The other day, my hip cramped up when I was getting out of my computer chair, and I thought I was dying. Thank you for sharing that. Coming for that booty. Flat is back. Uh-oh. Party's over, guys. Flat is back. Yeah, it's crazy how, like, once you hit your 30s... Actually, it was, like, by the time I was, like, 28... Just the weirdest, like, fast little motion would just fuck me up, dude. And the thing is, I used to work out a lot. And I injured my shoulder as a consequence of that. And the rehab has just been fucking torture. It's taken so long to get my shoulder back, but... Coming for that booty, W username. Oh, yeah. There's some pretty awesome username. I'm trying to think of, like, what the best username I had. I had, like, one that was just, like, something like feet. It was like Femboy Shy was all... He was my 100th follower. Femboy Shy was my 100th follower. I'll never forget him. I think my 500th follower was, like Tax Enthusiast or something, which was also very good. Because I think we were actually talking about taxes, as he followed. Gamer X Waffles. Yeah, that one's classic. Femboy Shy. No, not shy like that. Femboy Shy, like ooh-woo, like I'm shy, you know? Like I'm just feeling so shy. That type of shy. Male Chicken Juicer is pretty good. Hey, don't get him hyped up, dude. He's a regular here. We don't want to boost his ego too much. Oh, okay. Po Hugh, do you know Femboy Shy? I know a Sailor Shy on Twitch, kind of. He's an acquaintance, I guess. We've raided each other once or twice, I think. Bro, I don't want to draw, guys. I'm just fucking. I'm not getting shit done today. I'm calling it. Shit's not getting done today. We're just gonna be yapping all stream. I also gotta figure out a powerful stance for this guy. I'm just gonna put his feet down. He's a little bow-legged if I do that. I thought you meant Sailor Shy. Yup. I know of him. Or them. Sorry. I know of them. I've rated them before. They've rated me. Other than that, though, we're not super duper close acquaintances. But they're a good streamer. I like their stuff. I really like their art. Riri-chan, unfortunately, I have to go now. I'm so glad I happened upon your stream. See you around, King. Thanks, Queen. Have a good night. Go do your thing. Crymel, also, aren't you supposed to be showering right now? You just sitting over there just wafting your stank, dude? It's okay. I get it. Okay, you're right. I'm not saying you gotta go. I love the company. But I'm doing you a favor, you know? You're addicted. You can't get addicted. I'm the gateway drug. You start watching me, next thing you know, I don't know, you could be watching way worse shit. Not that I know any, but not that I would watch any, but I'm just in theory, you know? Crymel about to start shower stream? No. No. Guys, let's not harass our new friend. Alright? They just acknowledged me and my existence. We can't be harassing streamers, guys. Be good. Leave the bullying to me. I really don't know how to do this shit. You'd be watching Studio Trigger shit? I don't know what you're talking about, Damon. But that's not new, so... I think this brush is a little too thick right now. It's just drawing the eye too much and it feels very flat. Studio 4C animation omnibuses. Bro, you're just saying words. What are you talking about? What's the context? The real rancid underbelly of animation. What have they done? Studio 4C. I feel like I don't. Oh, do they do? They did the like fuck's that Vampire Hunter shit. I feel like I should know this. They've definitely done some stuff I like. I know of it. Studio 4C. Studio 4C. They've done... What do we got? Huh. Nothing that sticks out to me as something identifiable. Oh, they did Mind Game. They did the Golden Age arc by Berserk. That's what I know them for. I love that fucking trilogy, dude. Obviously, it's based on a lot more of a, like, more deep storyline, but I do like the trilogy. I think it's like one of the best adaptations of Berserk. The other ones have all been dog shit, and it's tragic, but what are you gonna do? Shit. Dude, my chat just, like, jumped so far up. What the hell? You're getting first squad clip? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Are you clipping me? Did I do something? What up, Otter? How you doing, dog? Otter, they were just talking about Studio 4C. I know your ass loves Studio 4C, dude. Actually, Otter, what is your opinion on the Berserk like movies, the Warner Brother ones, or the like, you know, the trilogy one? Maybe that's what summoned me? It could be. Actually, I think they did a decent job visually, although a lot of the story was left out. But no Make of Berserk's ever done it correctly, even the best one in 97. I know, dude. I like, if I got a lot more cracked at animation, I had like the fucking the workmanship of an entire studio within me, I would do it right. Okay, in a hypothetical world where I'm like a god that has way more power and abilities than I do, I would do it right. Just trust me. I would. Berserk, I would treat you so right, dude. I wouldn't treat you bad like the other studios, okay? You'd be so safe with me, Berserk. If they had the funds and permission to continue, I would have been sat. You would have been sat. God, you're old. I don't know what sat means. You're like my age. Don't worry, Snag. I don't know what it means either. Thank you. And yet I'm more hip than you? You're not gonna explain what that means, are you? I'm sat equals I'm paying full attention. Did you make that up? I've never heard that in my life, dude. I swear to God, it does not ring a bell at all. Like, I get it. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. Just saying I've never heard of it. It's been a thing for some time. I think you're lying to me. I don't believe you. I'm being gaslit right now. This can't be true. It's a thing, you just get an old snack? Don't do me like this, Coco. Not you. Not you, Coco. Otter I get, but you? You were the chosen one, Coco. Pookie has my back. It's because he knows you can ban him. He knows I wouldn't. He knows I'm kind and benevolent. I'm a benevolent god, alright? I don't like that. I think I want this to just sort of be a little bit more flush to the body. I just don't want to like flatten the guy out or stiffen out the pose. I need some sort of like arc or gesture going through here. It just feels a little flat right now. I wouldn't ban Coco. I'm a big fan of their IG, of which they could ban me in retaliation. Aw, shucks. Cute, guys. Holy moly, look who it is. Boss, why do you say this like I'm never live at the same time every week? Huh? What layer did I do that on? Because I just woke up from a nap at 7:30 p.m.? You must have been so confused. Oh, wait, did I even tell you? I don't know, but I think you're going to. What? Tell me. Tell me, girl. Come on. I'm waiting. I was able to quit my second job. I'm officially debt-free, well, minus school debt. Hell yeah, dude. Nice. That's crazy. Congrats. That's a big jump. You should go take out a loan to celebrate. I'm just kidding. Did you do anything to celebrate? That sounds awesome. I'm going to buy myself a Wacom Cintiq 24. Damn, mogging me, dude. I'm getting shown up. I got a 16. It's not the size of the tablet though, it's how you use it, right guys? Are you gonna get a desk mount with it? Size matters. Don't lie to yourself. I didn't take you for a size queen, but all right, fine, whatever. What? I married a black man? Wow. Wow. Not wow because he's a black man. Wow because you're using that comparison. Jadu, thoughts? Jadu's not around. I think he's watching anime. My birthday's this Sunday? Oh, shit. Well, you know, if we're live when it's your birthday and you're around, you tell us. You know the tradition, I think. Gives me the ick, I'm gonna be as old as you. Don't worry, I'll be older than you in like 6 months. You'll be young and youthful again in comparison to me in no time. You've got this, I believe in you. And then one day, I'll bite the dust. One day, there'll be no stream and no announcement of no stream. And get this, I might start streaming. Oh, shit. Damn, do it up, dude. I believe in you. We'll have to raid your ass. I have this thing where I like to hobby hop, so streaming might keep me consistent. I kind of do the same thing, too. Hence my title about me getting drunk all week and then lowballing people on Facebook Marketplace. And one day you're gonna get Teapot Says knocking on your Quebecois condo doors asking if you're alright. Hopefully that day doesn't come. I don't know, I still gotta figure out the logistics. My advice would be don't think about it too much. I think like it's really easy to give yourself like paralysis by you know, whatever, like overthinking it, you know, to the point where you just make it sound so daunting in your head. I say just start with nothing. That's what I did. I started with just a microphone and a tablet, and I think from there you kind of build and you add to it. And I think if you do that, you're probably gonna get a stronger result, or a stronger sort of I don't know. I guess you could try and do everything right off the bat. I just don't think it's really worth it. I mean, it would be me learning art, so I don't know if anyone would want to watch me in my poopy art. I built my sister's Twitch channel. I could just reuse her assets. Yeah, there you go. That's what sisters are for. I don't think people are gonna care that much, you know? I think so long as you, like, you enjoy doing it and it comes through in your stream, people will probably enjoy your content. I used to stream my really rough drawings a few years ago, but nobody minded. It's the connections you build. Yeah, that's sort of how it feels with me too. Like I think a lot of the value I get is just sort of like hanging out with people and knowing everybody here and all that stuff. We live in a society where building a stream is a sister's bonding activity. Well, at least they're friends. They could hate each other, you know? Maybe one day I won't be a coward. Maybe. Maybe one day. Just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't worry. Whatever. Let's go. Let's co-stream. I'm a scaredy cat. There you go. Do siblings really hate each other? My brother and I, we don't hate each other. But we're not like, we were never like super duper close. We have like a 5-year age gap. And it was always sort of like that awkward time period where it was just like, he would just sort of be too young to be hanging out with me. And like, you know, I just didn't really want my younger brother hanging out with that. So we had like sort of that dynamic. And I think my parents kind of didn't do enough to, like, not have us fight each other as much. What's your age gap? Oh, with the brothers? 25 versus 30 kind of evens out the gap. It does, but when you're like a teenager, it's different, right? Like a 16-year-old doesn't want to do things an 11-year-old wants to do, right? So it was like very difficult for us, like growing up, to have like a relationship just because of the different age dynamic. I love my sister to death, but she's a baby and she does her teenager stuff. We're 12 years apart. Yeah, that's like me and my sister. My sister and I are 17 years apart. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing the exact same pose as this guy. I don't want to do that. Snack, even though I'm too poor to own you as my dog, like you're always begging to be, just know that you'll always be my special boy. Gotta go. Bye. Thank you for the 100 bits, dude. Also, a special boy. I don't beg to be a special boy. This is blasphemy, guys. I don't do none of that. I do beg to be a dog, though, I will say. If there's anybody who wants to keep me as a house pet and feed me white suburban dog style, I'm open to it, okay? Snack is deaf and Sid's DMs begging. I guarantee I am not. Though if it does get me to dog status, I'd consider it. From man to dog. Not blasphemy, but either libel or slander. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Damon. We need to discuss your standards. Okay. Okay. My standards of wanting to be a dog, you mean? I don't think that's an unreasonable standard. I think that's a pretty, like I'm not saying I want to be a dog. I'm saying I want to live the life of a dog where I just get to chill at home and do what I want. Who's excited for Season 3 of Jujutsu Kaisen? I don't know. I've never even seen Season 1. I've seen a couple episodes, I guess. Do you like kibble? Oh my god, this freaking guy and his dog food, dude. No, I don't like kibble. I'm not dissecting this with a man who has a weird thing for Scooby. Look, man, it's not like I'm just whatever, dude. You want to fuck a Digimon, all right? Don't give me none of that, all right? Don't give me none of that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from the skeleton lover, big skeleton Digimon lover. Dry dog food. It tastes good. You should eat some. Boba, stop eating dog food, dude. I can't bang a Digimon IRL. Dogs exist. Talking dogs that could deep throat like 6-foot sandwiches don't exist. Okay, Otter? I don't know if you're aware of that, but he's fictional. He also doesn't die, ever. It's like immortal, too. He's basically a god. Oh my god, bye, I'm gonna lay down. Alright, get comfy. Sassy snack? Nuh-uh. Deep throat 6-foot sandwiches? See? He gets it. He gets it. The topics and snack streams are getting out of hand. Holy. If you guys have watched Scooby-Doo, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I can't... He looks like he's holding like a poop in a diaper if I have him standing like that. I can't do that. Let me down a 6-pack and offer them $1 more. Literally what I've been doing. Actually, I offered them less dollars. Dizzy, thank you for the gifted subs, dude. Hey, thank you for all the gifted subs, Dizzy. I appreciate you, big dog. Why you keep giving me money, Dizzy? You don't have to give me money, dude. You know you don't have to. Snack, you getting sick? You sound stuffy. Stop gaslighting me. You're trying to get in my head, dude. You say this every stream now. I'm not getting sick. I was sick months ago. It helps spread the word of Snack, does it? I appreciate it, Dizzy. Thank you. My number one boy. An anonymous gifter gave Boss Bossy a tier 1 sub. I wonder who that anonymous gifter could be. I wonder if it rhymes with bot or box and free. I wonder. I have no idea. Maybe because I'm not here. Yeah, you're angrily laying down, right? Snack has such frail health he had to cut back 33% of streaming days. No, Snack has such frail health that he has to produce content for a mass audience to consume, to watch Snack, and to relish in his greatness of advice and tutorials of the art variety. All right. I need to call my therapist. Don't worry, I got her on speed dial, big dog. Me and her go way back. I don't know why I'm insulting your therapist right now. I normally do that joke with chat's moms, but therapist, for whatever reason, felt like the fitting moment. But yeah, dude, Jake Prime, to be quite honest, that is what I did all week, is just drink beer and then lowball people on Facebook Marketplace. And I did it a lot. I got told to fuck off. Well, they paraphrased. They didn't tell me directly to fuck off, but they might as well have.
Fuck.
They would get angry at me, and then I'd basically just like be like, "Why you mad?" You know, and then they would just like apologize. I actually had one lady do that. I had a lady where she had like a lot of 4 GameCube games, and she was offering them for $50, and I offered her 25 bucks, I think, and it was just like 50% off her asking price, which was already a bundle deal, and she was like, I'm not gonna sell you $25 worth of game or $200. She said $200 worth of games for 25 bucks, 50, and then she was like $50 is a good enough deal. They weren't worth $200. They were maybe worth like $100 if I sold them all retail, but that's never gonna happen. And then I was like, whatever, dude. I said something like 200. Sure, dude. Whatever. Good luck. And then she apologized and was like, sorry, misunderstanding. I didn't mean 200. I don't know. It is very funny to see people like get mad though in Facebook Marketplace. I don't normally go around trolling people, but I am kind of cutthroat when it comes to getting discounts. Okay? It's the Lebanese in me. I can't help it, dude. I've watched my dad argue with every phone salesman ever growing up. Cheers, here's my down payment on you, dog. Thanks. That implies that I'm at least 5 to 20% worth. My worth is at least 5 to 20% $2. Should we increase the hype train level? Dizzy, I don't want you blowing all your money on me, dude. You're making me nervous. Keep your money, Dizzy. Keep your money. You got it. You earned it. You have Lebanese inside of you? Yeah, and your mom does every night when I'm over. Alright? Just a little bit, though. Only 1/4. I was once told to fuck off because I'm playing League and couldn't reply to him immediately. Okay, well, that's a little different, I think. I think that's no bueno. You don't want that. I think, you know, lowballing somebody and being told to fuck off, that's just kind of comes with the territory of lowballing. It's just the warrior's way, you know? If you're gonna lowball, you gotta be ready to get told to fuck off. You live by the sword, die by the sword, you know? Okay, for real, see y'all later. Alright, Otter, I appreciate you coming out. I'll catch you later. You won't let me blow you, so I have to do something? Well, I didn't know I could get money by not by refusing blowjobs from my mods. Bye, Otter. Everybody say bye, Otter. Bye, Pookies. I gotta go, so I'll leave it lurking. Have a good stream. Alright, peace, Dizzy. I appreciate you, big dog. Catch you in the next one. Is my mouse frozen? What the fuck? Huh. It's weird. It shows my mouse frozen on stream. Okay, never mind. We're good. Did I just disconnect, guys? Fuck. My YouTube stream just went down. What the hell? Oh, no, it's back. Just for a second? I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, I gotta look at some leg examples here. I'm gonna look up Han Chinese. I almost said Chan Hainese. Han Chinese references, and I'm gonna get some medieval Han Chinese legs like clothing. Let me check out Pinterest real quick. Han Chinese clothing. I'm doing a warrior. I gotta do warrior clothes. Okay. Okay, I'm getting some inspo. I'm getting some inspo here. Who dat? Who dat? Nimnora raided me with... Dude, what are these friggin' raids today? What's going on? Crazy. How you doing, big dog? Yo, what up, dog? For those who don't know, Nimnora's a fellow YouTuber and awesome artist. If you guys like splash art, if you like drawing splash art and learning about splash art, he's your boy, dude. Literally. And he's got fantastic tutorials on like start to finish splash art stuff. Hello, what up, Kiwi? How you doing? Appreciate it? Nah, I appreciate you, dude. Thanks for the raid, dog. Welcome in, welcome in. We were just talking about how I need to find leg references. I found this cool image, so we're gonna use that. By the way, what were you working on? I'm gonna drop you a little shout out. Shout out. Fuck. _Nora. Kiwi Ruth, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, big dog. Nice drawings. Oh shit. Wait, how did you do that howl noise? That was a good one. It's my follow notification, but it's also just a clip of me in the past. I think this was like really early on when I started streaming. I did a howl notification. I started choking, and I was like, "Fuck." So it just became my stream notification or my follow notification, and every single time, people tell me it's incredibly loud. And it is, and I don't care. I'm not turning it down, guys. All right, hate me, whatever. I'll live. That's type shit. Amen, brother. Hallelujah. But yeah, dude, did I give you a shout out? I think I typed it in, and then the notification threw me off. Yeah, you were last category art. Duh. What were you up to, dude? You want to share anything? I'm just gonna clear this out here. Yeah, sure, I'll send the link. Painting Sasuke? Oh, you're still doing the Sasuke, huh? Very nice, very nice. I honestly, if I were painting something like that, it would probably take me a fucking like 2 months. Like at minimum. It would probably be like literally like 20% of my year. I fuck with it. You're late. I already gave him a shout out. Alright, let's check it out. Jadu not doing his homework, dude. I'm just kidding, Jadu. You don't have to be here, by the way. All right, we got the freaking the Sasuke. Let's check out this little Sasuke here. I love the sort of like the dynamic like motion in this one, especially like the use of sort of like motion blur. Do you paint this motion blur or do you use some sort of like filter? Like, is this painted like intentionally to look blurry like that, or do you paint it like normally and then do some sort of effect to it? Oh, definitely use the blur effect. Yeah, paint normally first though, and then use a blur effect. Huh? What is that? Do you use clip, or is this a Photoshop thing? You know what it is, because I'm watching multiple streams while also working on something. Multiple streams. You cheating on me, dog? You cheating on me? That sword's mine. I'm just kidding. You can go watch your streams. You can go watch your other streamers. I'm not jealous or anything. No, I use Photoshop, but I'm pretty sure Clip should have it. I'm stream polyamorous. I can't lock this boy down. He gets around, you know? You're gonna give me a CTD, dude. I'm gonna get a chat transmitted disease. Fuck. He's been around the block? Oh, yeah. It sounds like a breeze in a cavern when he farts, dude. You know, thank you for the follow. I know you following me now, that's for sure. Yeah, Clip's got it too. Donnie Shirts. How you doing, Donnie? How's it going? I use protection. Good man. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go grab some dinner. Best of luck with the rest of your stream, gang. Alright, do your thing, big dog. I appreciate you raiding out. Go eat. Get out of here. Donnie, how you doing? How's life? For those who don't know, this is Nimnora's art. And if you guys want to go follow him on Twitch, dude. Go follow him on YouTube, too. Much like me. I'm gonna clear it out because it's a little big. And I need to see what I'm drawing. And for those who don't know, Donnie Shirts is also a streamer here on Twitch. She's a fantastic streamer. And you should go check them out, too. Go check them out. If you like art, if you like really nice, like, gestural art, Donnie Shirts, they do really nice art, so... Fine. I actually rated Nim seconds before they rated you, so I'm about to bail on you as well. It is what it is, you know. Go do your thing. Go do your thing, Donnie. Don't let me hold you back. I wouldn't have it any other way. With you and I. Did I move my reference? I thought I put it somewhere. Oh, I didn't bring it in. Good to see you, though. Thanks for the shill. Always. We always shill for the homies. Okay, I'm gonna try and steal... Whose pants do I want to... I kind of like... This guy's pose is kind of stiff. That's sort of my issue right now. It's very stiff, you know? I probably should... I'm gonna choose a better reference. I don't like the gesture on the legs. I think we could do something a little bit more interesting. I do want to, like, steal some elements, though, you know? Of gesture. Or not elements of gesture, sorry. Elements of the clothing. I do like these legs. These legs, I think, are the ones I'm taking, dude. I'm stealing this girl's legs. That's it. That's the one, dude. I like the strong gesture going through here. It's kind of like his, but a little more subtle. Okay. I feel like I'm making him a little short, and I think it's because he's really low on my screen. I think I'm gonna have to lower these legs a little bit. Like, this guy's leg is bent, right? And I feel like I'm making this guy way too short. Oh yeah, dude. I think that's the move. Because then I can have a strong gesture kind of coming up this way. I think that's the move, dog. Fuck. Sumnus, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing, Sumnus? These, like, traditional sort of garbs, I really struggle with. I try really hard to use reference when I'm doing stuff like this, because I mean, I could probably bang this out. Not bang this exact drawing out from imagination, but I could probably get something decent from imagination. The issue is if you want to get, like, that authentic feel, you really need to use reference. At least I find I do, anyways. I was kind of, like, reference phobic for a very long time, but I've been working on that. Do you have a YouTube channel? I do have a YouTube channel. It's the same name. I'm live on YouTube right now, as well as on Twitch. The thing, I mostly just post shorts outside of live streams, though. So if you're into shorts and you like shorts, we're doing them weekly-ish, maybe like week and a half is how regularly I'm doing them now. But yeah, I think I'm going to try and move into doing more long-form stuff. It's just really making those videos, having a job, streaming, all that shit. It's a lot. So finding the time is definitely a challenge, but I do have YouTube. That was a very long-winded way of saying yes. I'll link you to YouTube. What type of stuff do you like to see on YouTube, Kiwi? I'm relatively new to YouTube. I've actually only been doing it for a little over a month and a half now, I think. Not the streaming part, but the actual, like, planned content part. So I'm still trying to find my style. I think we're sort of landing on something pretty nice, though, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, I need more space for this guy. I'm gonna have to move... Yeah, I'm gonna have to move some of these characters. Just because I need to bring him up. He's a little low on my screen. And I would like him to be a bit higher up. So we're gonna just shift these characters around. I don't know what layer this chick is on. This one? Okay. Actually, I don't really need to move that chick. Oh, wait, why do I have two of them? What the fuck? I think this one's the newest one. I love watching long vids more than shorts. I get you. I kind of feel the same. Shorts are kind of like, they're like the junk food of content, I think. I'm not a huge fan of shorts. I do think they're a good way, in my case, to get people to sort of, like, watch my stuff. But otherwise, I try and just do, like, snack-sized, like one-shots of just, like, little tutorial advice and stuff. But I do plan on working on more long-form stuff. So if you're talking about, like, 10-minute, 15-minute videos, it's definitely something I'm working on. I just kind of want to get a little bit of a better plan and structure on how I'm going to approach it. I know editing long vids can be a pain. Luckily, it's not a pain for me because I hired an editor, so it's his pain, unfortunately. But I do have to script it and then plan out the video, though, which is a little bit tedious. I was lurking. Why'd you tag me? Kimdo, it could be any reasons. You never know. They're just a fan, I guess. You know how Damon is. Don Sept, how you doing?
Fuck.
How you doing, Don Sept? I don't like how thick that is there. There's still something off on that gesture. It's not right. If I'm looking at this, it just curves a lot better. Like, if you look at the pants here, if I draw a straight line, I'm going to do this on top, but if I draw a straight line on these pants, look how they line up more or less with the toe here, and you get that strong gesture leading up to the head. Right? And I think I'm breaking that a little bit by having, you know, my thing's actually not terrible. But I think I'm breaking it up with sort of these shapes here. I need to sort of streamline it in a little bit. Which means I think I need to bring the leg out a bit more. Nice art, bro. Love the style. Wait, Don, is that you? Do you guys know each other? What up, Don? Thanks, I try. I think this leg could come forward a bit more. I just need more room for this dude again. Let's bring him up and back a little bit. He's like under the reference there, so I'm gonna have to move that reference. Fuck. Crinio, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. Is this the three-hour snack or 4-hour snack? Look, we're pulling numbers today. We're gonna go 4 hours. You know, why not milk it? Oisin Ryan on YouTube says hello. Hello, Oisin Ryan. How you doing, big dog? World's so small. It is wild, actually, bumping into like somebody you know in another chat. It's cool though. Okay, now I think that gesture reads stronger to me. I think I'm gonna liquefy this stuff because I don't really want to redraw it. I'm kind of lazy. I might have to though, but Don Sep's an S tier name. It made me think of Donkey Kong, but that's because I've been lowballing guys on Facebook for Donkey Kong games, so that's probably why it came to mind. Bitch, I be ballin'. I won't lie, at least it's on the same website. I once bumped into someone I knew from an entirely unrelated Discord in a YouTube live stream, which was very weird. Jetta, you do that to me. I bumped into you on like modern day James's Discord. Or not Discord, but live stream. You could imagine my surprise when I saw you there. Looks so stiff. Chilling, now watching another talented artist draw. Is the talented artist in the room with us? Do I know him? Play a little game of Guess Who. And guess who's gonna be blushing once I get the answer. It happened to me before as well. I think it's kind of the nature of the art community. People really overestimate how many artists there really are. Like, if you look at the active live viewership in the art category on Twitch, there's only really about 11,000 live. There's only about 11,000 people watching at any given time on Twitch. That's not a lot. Like, an average of 11,000 viewers on a platform that pulls in 3 million daily users is very small. It's a small fraction of the community. I feel like it's gotten to the point where I kind of am getting to know, not everybody, but everybody's sort of come across me, or I've come across them at some point in time. You get to know a lot more artists on Twitch, you know? Just because of how small the community is. So I feel like sometimes I go into certain streams, and I think it's definitely more common with like a stream that has a similar style to another stream, right? Like my style, I mean, obviously you guys are relatively new, so maybe you haven't seen it, but I'm pretty crass. I'm kind of edgy a little bit, and like, you know, so I feel like a lot of people, if you like that style of content, then, you know, you probably come from other streamers that have rated me or know me or whatever. Honestly, I don't know that, you know, I'm probably a little bit more edgy than most of the Twitch streamers in the art category, but I'm just a little bit of a bad boy, you know? Edgy? Oh yeah. Sharp like a razor blade, dude. Hashtag canceled? Please. Please do. Mice are vicious? That's right. You gotta play the game, baby. Maybe I'm not edgy. Maybe I overhype my edginess. I'm kind of soy. I'm kind of woke sometimes, you know? By the way, guys, for my regular chatters, they probably suffer, but I say the same things probably about 20 times per stream. I'm very much a broken record, okay? I say the same shit every time. When I get rated, I say the same shit. When I get a certain response, I'm basically like an NPC in like an Oblivion game. If you say a certain thing to me, you'll get the same dialogue response. It's like, it's just easy, you know? I don't know, bro. You look like a cute mouse. You look more like a cute mouse than edgy. Cute? Me? Shit. You hitting on me, dog? Shit. That's right. I'm all out of edgy energy, and clearly being able to speak coherent sentences without stuttering. That's why I ask questions that are fundamentally difficult to answer. Yeah, whenever people ask me the deep lore. It's, you know what? The thing is, I don't mind being asked messy questions or controversial questions. It doesn't bother me to talk about it. What I don't like is when chat sort of fights each other. That's the things I try and fight against or avoid, you know? So that's my only gripe with having controversial discussions. I don't get triggered easily, so it doesn't really bother me too much. But I think, you know, I don't want to upset people either. It's a fine line. It's a tough thing to balance. Wait, I gotta look for something to eat? Get your snack on, dude. Sam the Ham, hey, I'm new, what's up? What's up, Sam the Ham over on YouTube? How you doing, big dog? What you up to today? What you up to today? Ooh, why is this so light? That's not what I want the color pick. What's your favorite color and what's your least favorite color? You know, before I drew, my favorite color was orange. And then ever since I started drawing, I've lost a favorite. I feel like they all kind of have their place. I do tend to like really like, when in my art, I really like to like, I like cool, dead colors, you know? Like something like that shows like death and like decay. Like this girl, it looks like her body's like rotting, kind of. I really like that sort of gothic look. So I tend to lean towards cooler colors when I'm rendering. I do really like the bright saturated stuff too. I'm just not good at executing it. How do I set my line art layer to reference layer so that I can color another layer such that it won't color outside of the edge lines? Alright, I'll show you in 2 seconds. Have you played Exposition 33? I have not played Exposition 33, Oizen. Also, how you doing, dog? You were over on YouTube earlier. I have not. I'm not a big gamer, dude. I'm really not. Okay, so what you do, let's say we have a layer here with line art on it, okay? This is going to be our line art. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add... This is how I do it. This is how I like to do it. I fill this layer. I make a new layer, first of all. Oh, shit. I make a new layer. and I fill it, okay, with sort of this color here. So I'll paint it in, literally. There's probably a better way to do this. This is just kind of how I do it. And then, I fill that. And then now, when I make a new layer, there's two things you can do. Thing one is you hold Alt, or you hold Control, and click on the image of your layer. You see how on the layer here, there's these tiny little images? Like this little white and gray grid. If I click on that and hold Control with on the layer that has my fill, it'll make it so that when I'm coloring on the next layer, I can't go outside of the lines, literally. See? I'm painting all over, but I can't exceed my fill layer below. The other way you can do it is you can also, instead of control selecting the layer below, you can hit this button here that is just going to clip this layer to the layer below, and it does the exact same shit. So it really comes down to what you want. Your fat ass is in the way? Oh shit, you're so right, actually. Oops. Okay, let me move my little freaking mouse guy. I don't know why I'm moving my canvas. That's not gonna help. Let me move my little mouse guy. Give me 2 seconds here. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna turn him off for this explanation. What's the button to turn him off? There you go. He's gone. Bye-bye. He ain't fat, just chunky, just big bone, dude. Yeah, okay, so this... Let's restart. Okay, so this is my line layer here. Okay, you can see that? It's very tiny on the screen, but I know you can see it. I'm gonna scroll up so it's a little higher. Okay, this is my line layer. Next, I make a fill layer, so I fill this in. Okay. Then from there, you have two options. You can make a new layer on top of that and hit the clipping button here, this button right here. Or you can control select. I tend to control select, because then it lets me basically paint wherever, on any layer at any point in time. Because, like, let's say this layer's up here. If I clip it now, it's going to clip to whatever the fuck this is underneath. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's because I'm selected on that. It's going to clip to whatever's underneath, which is the reference layer I had somewhere. It's like one of these reference layers. Anyways. So it's not going to let me paint where I want. So I typically select with control. And I prefer that. You know? So that's it. Does that help? I hope it helps. If you need more explanations, I would just recommend rewinding the video. Where's my mouse guy? There he is. Come back, Snack. Come back, Jack. It's like I can still hear his voice. Thank you, Mr. Snack. This will be useful when I have to make you as a me. Snack has at best claimed to have played Hades 1 recently. That's true. I did play Hades 1 recently. I was very bored. I would say that if you click the little lighthouse next to the clip layer button, it sets the layer to a reference layer, and then you can use a paint bucket. Ah, and then you can use a paint bucket to refer to other layers to do the fill thing. Ah, I wish I knew that. I feel like I knew that at some point, and then I never used it, and then I lost the knowledge, you know? That's sort of how it goes. Spooky. Is it just me, or does it look like Yasuo? You're talking about this guy? Possibly. Possibly. The face I just kind of did from imagination, so there's no reference on the face. So it is possible. The armor is from this guy, sort of. And then the pants are from this girl. I'm not on the right layer. This girl. I'm stealing her pants. So that's sort of what I'm rocking right now. I understand. Gonna try it out and let you know if it worked. Do it, big dog. Let me know how it goes. Oh, I'm sleepy, dude. Ugh. Yes, yes, that's the gesture. It's not quite as pulled as that one, but it's got the curvature I want. You know, I just don't really like the shape of the boot here, but I do kind of want that sort of relationship. Should I set the line art layer as a reference layer of a new layer? Yeah, you can do that. You can do that if you want. I would lock your line art layer. I keep my line art layer sacred, dude. My line art layer is a sacred being that I don't fuck with, ever. I try and keep my line art untouched. That's just how I operate. I'm so terrible at drawing clothes and armor. Do you have any tips? I mean, the obvious tip is use reference. The second one is identify the material or the thing that it's on, right? And where the tension points are. So the way clothes works is it comes from a source of tension. So the wrinkles aren't arbitrary. They're not abstract. They can be abstract stylistically, but they still have to be foundationally grounded to the logic of tension points. And what that means is if I have, let's say I have a cloth, okay? I have a cloth, it's flat on the ground, it just looks like the top lid of a box here. Okay? There's no tension applied to it, it's on the ground, it's on a flat surface. If I now take this cloth and attach it to a hook, right? So let's say I add a hook here, and now I put this cloth on the hook. This cloth is now going to have tension points, or folds, coming from the tension point of the hook here. Because this is where all of the folds are bunching up and coming from. And so you're going to get this sort of relationship here, like this. With these tension folds coming up to the tension point. And that's sort of how you can think of drawing fabric, right? You have to identify where the tension is on your character, and then you use that information to decide where you're going to originate your wrinkles from. And different clothes has different types of wrinkles, right? And different like a t-shirt. Like, let's say I just do, I don't know, let's draw a t-shirt on this girl here. She's gonna have arms, right? Let's say I give her arms here. These are very skinny arms, but let's say I give her arms. I'm just gonna give her a little torso here. So let's say I give her arms. The tension point on this, I'm gonna do it in red, is gonna be up here on the shoulder where the fabric rests. Okay, because gravity's pushing down on it. There's no other real tension point other than here. There's also usually a seam on a lot of clothing. So you get like the seam here, and then that'll act as a tension point, because that's where the fabric connects. So you get sort of this relationship coming off of the seam. And then sometimes you'll get up at the shoulder here as well, we'll have a tension point. So all these things are little things that you can memorize, and then you can design your wrinkles that way. And let's say she has breasts. Well, that's gonna have a new tension point here. So the peak of the breast is gonna have a tension point between the two breasts, right? So all these things are sort of things that you want to track, depending on the form that the fabric's resting on. But usually you'll have tension points up here on the shoulder where the fabric rests, up in the crease of the armpit where the fabric tends to bunch up and fold. So you have a bunch of little lines coming out of there. If it's a lady, usually her breasts have size to them, and so you're going to get tension between the two breasts pulling, right? Sometimes fabric can bunch up on the crease of the hip here, or something like that, you know? So that's sort of how you want to think about fabric. You want to really identify where the tension's coming from, where the seams are on your clothing, so it helps to understand how clothing is constructed, because then you can identify the seams, right? And then that'll let you draw things with a little bit more realistic accuracy if that's your goal, which it is my goal usually. Does that help? Identify tension points and draw your wrinkles from there. And your wrinkles don't have to be straight lines like this. That's sort of where the abstract artistic part comes in. The wrinkles still have to have some sort of logic, but you can sort of draw them how you want. You can do all kinds of crazy flourish, all kinds of fun stuff. It really is up to you. But I think so long as they're grounded in that logic of tension points, it's going to be a lot more cohesive, and it's going to make a lot more sense. And then it's going to free you up to do all the fun stuff, you know? Oh, Rue. Oh, Rue indeed. What a vibing and shit. That helped me, thank you so much. No worries, big dog. Bro is truly vibing. Sure am. Oh no. I accidentally fused him to a layer with like a reference image below it. So now he's like, it's all muddied into his hair. O equals 07? I see. I think I'm gonna darken his outlines just because it's a little light compared to the other characters here. I'll lighten up my brush though, because I don't want to overdo it. I'm probably gonna do it on a new layer. I think that's wise actually, before I start fucking with this guy too much. Let me clear up some of this shit in here too. I don't know what layer this is on. I'm gonna use my multi-layer eraser. I have an eraser that allows me to erase on multiple layers. Because I tend to draw really chaotically, and I don't really want to dig for the layer that I drew it on. So I'm just going to use this multiple layer eraser to clean up a little bit. Because right now, this guy's a fucking mess. I need to make some decisions here. Okay, whatever. I lied? What are you lying about? You queued up Mad Villain? Very nice. Yeah, the decisions I need to make are on this back arm here, just because it's getting a little messy, and I want to define things a little bit more. The issue is... I don't know what layer I drew all this shit on. And I don't want to use my all-layer brush on this one. Okay, it's all on this guy. Just because I want to leave some lines, because they were, like, guiding me. Some searching lines are usually good. I don't like that. It's not going in the right perspective. It's coming out too much. That's because my brain right now is I'm trying to make it a little bit more foreshortened. My brain right now is telling me that it needs to be more front on, and it doesn't. And it actually needs to be the opposite of that. It needs to be more foreshortened. It's like when you're trying to draw an arm that's really foreshortened, and your brain's trying to make the arm as long as it physically can. You have to fight that instinct and really, really manually override the part of your brain that's doing that. Which is what I'm going to do. Everybody's in ads right now, so I'm talking to no one, but it's okay. So that's going to be way shorter. We're going to cut that literally in half. Don't worry, I never get ads because John Twitch loves me. You're probably from a region that doesn't do ads then. I would assume. Having his arm like that kind of feels a little stiff. Yeah, probably, but it's more fun to believe I'm special. There you go. You're special to me, Kimdo. Don't worry. Chill songs? Thanks, dude. It's not actually... This song isn't queued up by me. This was queued up by Damon. Excellent choice, though. Thank you, Snack. You're non-parasocially special to me, too. Thank you. That's all I can ask for as a streamer, you know? The reality is, it's like... It's difficult even as a streamer to not feel like parasocial about your chat, you know? They're your chat. I don't like that. The fuck? There are too many of you, though, for me to be friends with everyone. I saw a trick video to draw arms on TikTok before. Oh, yeah? I'm actually gonna make one of those. I recorded a loop of an animation that I'm gonna use in a TikTok to demonstrate sort of how to foreshorten something. And I'm using, like, a cylinder here to illustrate that. So if I add a timeline to it here, you'll see this is sort of... I was going to do a rib cage as well, rotating in space. And then I think we did like a random head turn to like show stuff or whatever, but... Jonathan OCG, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, big dog. You following little old me? She. Try to find what layer this thing's on. But basically, when you're doing foreshortening, what you want to think about really is just the width and the length of the arm. So like, I'll use this as an example before I bring my character back. I just want to make sure. Where's my character? What layer is my freaking character on? Oh, there he is. Nope, that's not it. That's a different one. There he is. Okay. So I'm just gonna mark this. I'm gonna call this main instead of layer 134. And then what we'll do is we'll take, I don't know, what's on this layer? These guys? What's on this layer? Just a reference. So let's say you want to draw an arm. How do you rotate? How do you make it foreshortened? So this is your arm, okay? Here's the arm. arm, you know, bicep, tricep, elbow, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna make it too pretty or whatever. We're just gonna sort of do a quick little arm here. If I want to rotate this arm, how do I do that? What I want to do is I want to take all of the sort of the lengths on it, and then I want to shorten it. So everything that has length, like this in particular, I'm going to focus on the forearm because I don't want to overdo it. But let's say I take this forearm here, and I want to shrink that. All I have to do is take that length, okay? Make that length shorter. So if I do a new layer over top, I'm going to take this, and instead of making it this long, which it is here, right? I just made it the exact same length. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit shorter. Let's say 3/4 shorter, okay? Now I'm going to rotate it a little bit. You don't even have to rotate it. This is just sort of like to illustrate my point. So I'm making it shorter. And now I'm just drawing my arm again. But I'm making sure that the curves stay in the relatively same spot. Oops. What's going on here? So I just made it a little bit shorter. And now I'm just going to go in. I'm going to draw my arm. And what I'm tracking now is you can think of an invisible arc. Going from this arm to this arm, and that's going to run through all of this. So you see how it curves down and it dips here? This dip I want to track as well with this curve. And I sort of want these curve relationships to track through here. So this is what I'm scanning for in my brain. This bump up here that goes into that down there, I want to track that curve also. So these are all the things I'm tracking on this curve, on this arc. I've shrunk the width, or the length of it, sorry. And now all I'm doing is I'm going in and I'm adding my lens back in. So look, it dips down at this curve, then it comes up, then it hits a bump up here, then it comes back down. There you go, right? And now I'm doing the same thing on this side. I'm tracking these curves. That's it. That's essentially how you foreshorten something, okay? And then if you want to go more extreme, you just keep shrinking it down, shrinking the width. Now it's like way shorter, right? And now that's going to be really extreme. So all these bumps and stuff are going to be way more extreme. And you're going to start to get some overlap here. This is where it gets like really, really messy. Because you're going to start to get a lot of overlap on this arm. You're going to get this overlapping that, and then that, or whatever. And then the hand is going to be like this, and then it's going to overlap here. It gets a little bit more messy when you're getting really, really narrow with it, but the idea essentially is you want to track your bumps, track your curves, move them on an arc, and then you'll be able to foreshorten things a little bit more accurately. And if you want to do really front on, you basically you just see the front of the hand here, right? For whatever reason, I drew the hand this side, so, you know, something like that. And then you wouldn't even really see the arm. You just kind of see the bicep. Right. Something like that. I don't know if that really helped, but all you really need to think about is if you're trying to foreshorten, if the arm at its normal proportion from the side is this length, you want to make sure that it's now this length. You really want to track that length, because that's going to be the most important thing to getting that feel. And then once you get really extreme, you're going to have to start adding overlaps, where one muscle overlaps another, and basically what you do is you just think of which muscle's closest to your face, and then you have that muscle overlap the one behind it. Anyways, I gotta clear all this shit out because I gotta draw my frickin' man, you know? Where the hell is he? Where's my main? There he is. Oh. I'm gonna probably wrap up stream at the 3.5 hour mark. I think that's a good point to cut it. I know I said I was gonna milk it a little bit. I've milked it a little bit. Normally I stop at 3 hours on Fridays. Tomorrow we're gonna be live at 12 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna be doing a little longer stream probably. If you guys want live notifications, make sure you join our Discord. Go to the rules section and turn on live notifications. Okay, by hitting the little purple icon. Just giving you guys the heads up, the warning that we're gonna end stream at the 3.5 hour mark. 12-hour stream, let's go! No, 12 p.m. Eastern time, not 12-hour stream. Wishful thinking, though. I'm EP, dude. I'm also really fucking hungry. I gotta go get something to eat after this. I've realized I'm like basically stealing the same leg I did before, but I just think like the gesture or the pose just feels a little bit more dynamic when you've got this curve going through him, and so it's not a bad thing. It is a little bit like same face syndrome with my gestures, but that's okay. I don't think everything needs to be perfect. I can hunt for another gesture when I'm doing a more different pose. I think what we'll try on the next drawing is we'll probably do... I mean, I say this now, but I don't know if I'm going to want to do this later. Also, Milk Yopie, how you doing? Yeah, milk it. What a coincidence. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I say this now. My plan is basically to do a more, whatchamacallit, dynamic pose. That's my plan. We'll see if I stick to it. Who knows? I'm not holding myself to anything. I'm just free, baby. I'm free like a bird, you know? Nothing tying me down. I wonder actually if I turn the foot out, if it would feel nicer. No. Glad I could catch at least the last bit of your stream. Me too, dude. How you doing? How you doing, Milky? I think we're going to try and move away from these two poses here, because we're sort of getting stuck a little bit in this sort of gesture a little bit. And it bugs me. One thing I try and avoid, I really try and avoid repeating the same poses over and over. It's just like a thing I don't like. These are still kind of different enough that it doesn't bother me, but a little samey. Yeah. Situation. So yes, no, yeah. Situation. Situation. So yes, so yes. What up, Kara? You're catching me at the end of stream. We're about to wrap up here. Do I have the energy to raid someone new? Damn, this girl's fucking cracked. Alright, we're gonna raid this chick. Dude, this girl is insane. What the fuck? How does she not have more viewers? Alright, guys, I'm gonna set up the raid here. And we're gonna wrap it up. I honked shoot accidentally and fell asleep. Was it a good stream? Yeah, it was pretty good, dude. We had a lot of fat raids from some friends and new friends. Very nice of them to bless me. I appreciate it, dude. And one last time, guys, if you guys want, you know when I'm live again. The Discord is going to have live notifications. Get in the Discord. You can also post to the Critiques channel and get live feedback from me on your work, live on stream, whenever I'm in the mood, which is pretty regular. So, you know, all that good stuff. With that, guys, I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, and one more thing to ask. Chain, yes. Ask away, bro, before I dip. Speak, Chain, speak. The raid timer's counting down. I gotta go. I know this guy's like typing super fast. What's your thought on McDonald's poutine? I've never had it. Funny enough. I have no opinion. You let me know how it tastes and I'll try it. Alright, bye!